Hello. How is everybody? How are we doing? Hi in Colorado. Bonsoir. Hello, 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 hello. Should I shuffle us some cards? You're in Peru. Peru? Why can I not say that? Hi, Denise. How is my name spelled? How it's spelled on my channel? Am I sick or just having some tea? That's really random. I'm just having a bone broth. Beautiful chocolate bone broth. Tuning in from Essex. Hi in Essex, Bruce. I'm gonna shuffle some cards, I swear. Hi in the UK. What am I drinking? Chocolate bone broth. Hello, hello, hello. If you're new here, please know the same cards probably will jump out 100 times. So if I don't answer your question, you're in the right live stream. We're all in the same stream of energy. So just know that I may not have answered your specific question, but you're here specifically at this time while I'm live. So the chances of me somehow accidentally answering your question and the same cards continuing to fly out time and time again usually means that we're like, I'm gonna burp. Pardon me. Usually means that that message was meant to meet you at this time. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of if I've specifically got to you, because there's going to be too many questions coming through at some point. Yeah, Jake, what's your question? If you have one, I can just get you some cards. It's up to you. And yeah, unfortunately, I am a gold digger also. Not really, but kind of. I do prioritize when you guys send tips. Only because people start sending tips and I feel like I owe you something. I need to give you something. So you do come before everyone else, unfortunately, based on money. Ugh. And I'm going to keep burping. I didn't think this bone broth through. It's Mitchell's chocolate bone broth, I think. I might be wrong. So nice. Just tastes like a hot chocolate. Alright, sorry. Did Jake send a question? Do we know? Did Jake send a question? I'll just get Jake some cards. Jake, you have a question about potential love life. Is that your question? Or do you have a question? Do you know what I mean? You have a question about potential love life. Or, yeah, I'll get you something. What's happening in potential love life? Does that mean there's someone that's potential? And you want to know what's going to happen? What's going on in Jake's love life? What's going on in the potential of Jake's love life? You have the Tower. You have a massive change coming in your love life. Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So, massive change, massive transformation, Jake, in your love life. And then Six of Pentacles, it almost feels as if you may have gone from this place of almost wishing you had someone you could give to and you could receive. Because Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. reciprocity. You may have been in connections in the past where you were giving more than you were receiving. There's always an imbalance, and so you may have been trying to bring in or manifest somebody that was reciprocal, where you could give them love, give them effort, your energy, give them your energy, give them your time, and that they would give you the same back, right? You could match and balance each other. Reciprocity. And there's something here where there's a fast transformation because you're going to be in a connection that is completely reciprocal. The High Priestess here with the, this is intuition. I've just got very distracted very easily. What is that? The High Priestess, intuition. Listen to your intuition. And there's something here about not speaking. So the potential of your love life looks very promising. A fast transformation if you're single into a reciprocal connection. Very beautiful. But there's something here about not speaking or telling other people too much. Just tell them what you need to tell them. I hope that makes sense. You could have a best friend or family member that's like, oh, keep us up to date. How's that going? And when you do, they may force their advice on you. And so there's something saying to only tell them so much, because I don't think their advice is going to be very good, or at least look at their relationships and see if they're in healthy connections before you take their advice. But yeah, basically what's coming in your potential love life is a very beautiful reciprocal connection where you'll both be giving and receiving equally and adoring each other equally. I love that so much. There's a very fast change happening. Big transformation in your life. Nicole, do you have a question? You guys, if you don't send a question, I'm going to have to just get you cards, which is all good. But, oh, my breakthrough, when will that be? I'm not good with times, Nicole, but I can give you some clues. When will Nicole have her breakthrough? I just got you decide. I just channeled really strongly, Nicole. You decide when it is. Because things happen in your life. Change happens when you finally decide. Whether that's caused by an outside force of something happens and you decide enough is enough. Enough is enough. I need to do something. I need to get out of here. I need to change. I need to cause this. Whether it be an outside influence that forces you to decide, or whether it be you just going, I've already had enough. I'm not going to wait till it's gone too far. I'm going to decide to have my breakthrough now without any outer influence pushing me to the edge. I'm just going to decide for myself. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to go. Whatever this breakthrough is. 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 2 9s, independence, self. Nicole, your breakthrough is coming when you decide. I know I just said that, but it's fully just kind of clarified what I've said. 9 of Swords can also be fears, and I think there's something where your breakthrough is coming when you decide to no longer live in fear, to no longer make choices out of fear, to no longer let fear rule your life, if that makes sense. This is just not you almost you may go back and forth sometimes into the person you want to be, and then you shrink yourself again, and there's something with the 9 of Swords where you're like, enough is enough. I know I can be the person I want to be because I've done it many times over. I just have a bad habit of sometimes shrinking myself around specific individuals. And there's something where you're almost, I'm getting the word concrete, you're becoming concrete in staying who you want to be as often as possible. 9 of Pentacles is also a breakthrough in your money. So Nicole, you've got more finances, more rich, more abundance coming in when you decide to not accept less for yourself. There's just this whole vibrational up level in all areas of your life. And so that means your job, your career, if you've created your own business or want to, when you let go of fear and fully dive in, the money's going to meet you there. For some reason that's coming through. The money's going to meet you when you dive in. Regardless of practicality, that seems too good to be true. It's not. It's going to meet you as deeply as you meet it, or you meet as deeply as you give your emotions and self in your life, and you show up in your life. Because I feel again, you're jumping maybe a little bit, or you have in the past, and you're deciding not to anymore, of maybe only giving half of yourself or something. Yeah, you're a light worker too. Yeah, you changed already. You took a lot of risks. See, and then you said no, but I'm just questioning because your question was when your breakthrough would be. And now you're like, oh no, I already changed. Let me get some more cards. Let me get another card. Let me get some more clarity for this. Oh my goodness, Nicole. This is rebirth. Rising from the ashes. As I'm saying, breakthrough. When you say when your breakthrough is going to be, I can't explain, I can't do times. I know you said this, you know as well, there's no such thing as time, so it's not a time you want. You just want to know, I think, more than anything, is it coming, is it coming, is it coming? And I want to say to you, it's here, it's here, it's here. Instead of going, when's it coming, just know it's here, it's here, it's here. You are going through this breakthrough as we speak, as we live, as we breathe. You've had a breakthrough, it's happening. You're in that transitional stage, rising from the ashes, showing everyone what you're capable of, showing what you're made of. You're not going to rest on your morals. I don't know why that came through. You're not going to rest on your priorities, your values. You know you're important. Christina, do you have a card, Christina? Did I say, do you have a card? That's random. I meant to say, do you have a question? Nobody's commenting the questions, are they? Christina. You're welcome, Jake. You're very welcome. Sorry, I'm only now getting to the bottom of the comments. Christina, are you here with us? Alright, I've tried my hardest. Can't find Christina's question. Oh no, yes, I see her. She came up. I know some of oath, just waiting for the day when I'm called to action. Does that mean path or oath? You'll take a card. Okay, I'll do your card. Sorry. I was like really trying to find a question from you. Okay, Christina. Now I'm trying to get back in line. Okay. What would Christina benefit from knowing about? What would Christina benefit from having a heads up about right now? What would Christina benefit from having a heads up about? You got the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Oh my goodness, Christina. Your relationship, if you're currently in one, I have to do this both ways because we all have love around us. Whether we feel it or not, there's love around us all, and so I can't tell if this love around you is romantic or platonic. I can't tell if you're in a relationship or not, so I'm just going to do both, take it as it resonates. King of Cups, Queen of Cups is this energy of divine counterparts, right? Beautiful. You've met your match. If you're in a relationship, perfect. There's something about this connection healing. If you're currently going through a rough place, just know that it always balances out because both of you are very empathetic and understanding and you see things from each other's point of view. And so when you're feeling into your emotions and understanding where their thoughts and feelings are coming from and them you, both of you are very reciprocal and both of you are healing each other and healing your connection anytime it hits a rough spot. You go, okay, cool, let's balance this out and heal this. It's very beautiful. I don't know why I'm just getting things smoothing out. And if you're single, Christina, there's something saying you're going to meet someone that is your counterpart very soon. And it's going to be very healing for both of you, because you may never have met someone that met you on your level. You may never have met someone, I don't know why I'm getting in the same font as you, so I don't know why fonts could be significant, but this person is in the same font as you, so they can read you. Oh, that's a beautiful metaphor. They're written in the same font, so they know how to read you, and you know how to read them because you're very similar, and you might say the same things, or you just get each other from the get-go. And then because of that, it's healing. It's healing to be understood. It's healing to be seen. It's healing to be able to know that you're not going to be misunderstood, or nobody's going to paint you out to be someone negative or someone you're not. This person reads you like a book and you read them like a book. There's something saying, Christina, basically, heads up, someone's coming in, beautiful healing connection, or the connection you're currently in will heal and become better and better. Any up and down, everything always smooths out again. So if you're going through a rough patch, everything comes in waves and it's going to calm down again. Just trust the cycle. Noah, how does our break feel to her? It's been almost 4 weeks. She said she needs a little distance. Okay. Noah, how does the break feel? You have the High Priestess, so she actually, this feels very healthy for the fact that she asked for distance. You've given her distance. She's trying to figure out where. I think you might have scared her a little bit, and I don't mean scared, don't panic, not scared in a harsh way, but scared in she might be a little bit freaked out because she may have, you're completely different maybe to other people, and she's like, how do I handle this? How do I deal with this, right? High Priestess, so she's going inward. She's trying to listen to her intuition, and at the same time she's trying to make a decision to keep you in her life or walk out. Does that make sense? She's figuring out make or break. And I just think, obviously, I don't think there's any advice that I have for you apart from no, regardless of what decision she makes, this isn't an indicator of your worth and value. It's an indicator of her ability to see your value, if that makes sense. If after she goes inward and listens to her intuition, she doesn't feel like you're both a good match, or she's too scared to admit that to herself and she's not gone deep enough, whatever way it goes, either way, just know, if she doesn't choose you, not an indicator of your value, just her inability to see it, right? Her vision isn't good enough to see how great you are and how great you could be, and to see the potential and the connection. She can't see that far. And if this is the opposite right round and she chooses you, I don't think you need any guidance, right? This, apart from, still, I think there's something about this person you're connected to, Noah, likes to be in control, and that might be why she's like, oh, I need space, because she wants to see if you're going to give it to her. And this actually could be something that repeats a couple more times if she continues to return to your life. I think this might happen 2 or 3 more times for her to see you listen to her. So she may have not been listened to in past relationships. There may have been boundaries crossed where she would say, can we not do that? And then someone would do it anyway, right? No, let's not. And then, so this is her almost testing you maybe, of going, I need space, and seeing if you give it to her. And you have given it to her, and now she's like, oh wait, you've done what I've said. You've actually done what I wanted you to do. You've listened to me, you've heard me, and you've patiently waited. Now what do I do? Freaky. And so there's something here. Again, I don't have any advice for you, Noah, because you're doing exactly what she's asking, apart from if for some reason, I just think she's going to come back around, and this might be a repeated cycle. So the guidance is to continue being patient, and no, it's not about you. It's about something from her past that she's reliving and wanting to break out of, and wanting to consistently see you holding firm on her boundaries when she places them there, right? Just carry on doing what you're doing. You're doing everything right, and just listen. The High Priestess knows all, but she listens, right? Speaking doesn't bring you anything. Does that make sense? Speaking to her, but listening more than anything is going to bring you the most guidance. So just listen. And also, if she speaks to you, listen, and know that if she for some reason returns to your life and says, I really don't see this happening, but if for some reason she returns to your life and she goes, after this break, I think we should just leave it, whatever it may be, I really don't think that's what she's going to do, but if that was the case, please know it's nothing about you. She's just freaked out. And she may then return afterwards. Does that make sense? Take it with a grain of salt, because there's something where there's more going on with the High Priestess than meets the eye. She's got more going on than you realise or something. Mimi Smolders. You have the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So, Three of Wands, by the way, I've just stopped looking for questions, guys. If I can't find or see a question, I'm just going to give you your cards. Sorry, I hope that's not harsh. There's just too many questions coming through. So if it doesn't come through with the tip, I can't keep up with everything and then get round to the questions you sent after, is what I'll do. Three of Wands is expecting. Three of Wands is, like, do you know what this reminds me of, the Three of Wands? Is that song, and it's like something in the orange tells me we're not done. So, because expecting, Three of Wands expecting, and then there's the orange sunset, something in the orange tells me we're not done. So there's something maybe in your life that you're expecting to return to you, you're expecting to come back round. And as I'm saying come back round, obviously it came out with the Wheel of Fortune, which is cycles repeating, or good luck, good fortune. You might be onto a good luck, a stream of good luck, and there's something returning to your life with this. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. You could have an old friend returning. I'm not sure specifically, but there's something where you're expecting something to return or to come back through, to come back to you. Either way, whether that's the case or not, you have a good luck. You have a stream of good luck you're stepping into, good fortune. And like, this is just like a shift. If you felt as if you weren't on a lucky break, you're now shifting into like, oh, this is my lucky break. Things are working out for me. Go lightly. Hello. What will your new career be? Okay. Go lightly. What will Go Lightly's new career be? You have the Knight of Pentacles. Go lightly. Something that you're doing with your hands is what I'm getting. And taking your time with and not rushing yourself. Because Knight of Pentacles is patient. Slow and steady wins the race. With the Two of Wands, again, same cards coming out, Two of Wands, choosing. You have actually multiple avenues you're going to go down, Go Lightly. You don't actually have one career. What would your new career be? I think you're going to have multiple parts you're going to invest in equally. And it's really beautiful that you're doing that. I feel like I'm getting resistance to do this. This might not be like what your friends and family are advising you do. But it just seems as if, regardless of what your friends and family advise you to do, it's okay to water multiple plants in your life at the same time, if that makes sense, and grow certain, like, other things, rather than just watering one plant where you're going to overwater it and it's going to drown. It's okay to have multiple avenues you want to go down, whether that be one thing you're studying and one thing you're creating, or a side hustle and a job, or a job and a field of study. You're actually going to be doing two things. And the thing that you're guided to do is take your time down both of them in order to feel out what's meant for you. And judgment is also a decision. So it kind of feels like you're going to be like told to decide between two. And then you're going to just do both. But justice, signing a contract. Something also with the justice system. You could be doing something to protect like human rights or protect justice, right? And create justice, because Seven of Wands is standing up for what's right and protecting yourself and others, and justice is justice. So I don't know if it's going to be working around the justice system in some way, the legal, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. But you know what I mean. Something where you're going to be looking out for people and what's best for them. So, a social worker? I'm getting the energy of a social worker. In order to bring like justice into situations and to stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves, and bring some type of healing to them. Classic movies and radio shows. Thank you so much, classic movies and radio shows. Do you have a question? Do you have a question? The sun is setting and I need to put a light on, and I cannot be bothered. Universe, can you put the lights on, please, for me? Because I can't be bothered. Could you imagine if my light switched on then? How freaky that would be. I can't see it. I'm just gonna give them some cards. Come on. This is silly. I'm not very good at this. Classic movies and radio shows. Bro. Did it just come through, or was it an old one? I'm so confused. Alright, it was right below it. It was right below the other message. Of course it was, right? Of course. Right in my face. Okay. Classic movies and radio shows. Sorry about that. Thank you for your double tip. Will your music endeavour be successful? Why are you questioning it? Where's the doubt coming from? You have the sun on the bottom. Why are you questioning yourself? Will your music endeavour be successful? By the way, what's your idea of success? Because there's a level of this streaming through me right now, consciously, of the fact that you've created music and you're sharing it with the world. That is success on its own. People get to enjoy it. You get to enjoy making it. People get to enjoy listening to it. That is success. What is more success than that, right? So regardless of whether it's maybe streamed by a lot of people paying attention to begin with, forget about that. You're successful the moment you've made a beautiful piece of music. That's a successful piece of music. Don't get confused in like, oh, I've got a bigger audience than you, my music must be better. Because you know that's not true. Go and look at like the top 20 chart. There's probably songs on there that you do not like, that aren't the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. So regardless of how many people are streaming something in 1 week, 1 day, 1 month, just know that isn't success, especially if you're only now starting. Success is you having the courage to start and the courage to stick to it, regardless of how fast it moves forward. But let's see. Let's see what's happening. Will your music endeavour be... I want to say more. How long will it take for it to be successful? Ooh, 6 of Wands, success. I love it. I love it. Okay. The Hanged Man is also looking at it from a different perspective. Look at success from a different perspective. You're going to be successful the second, like I say, you put it out there, you're classed as a success. It's very difficult to do that, to have the courage to share what you're loving doing. It's very scary. So the fact that you're creating it, people are listening to it, whether it's 1 people, 2 people, 3 people, it doesn't actually matter. That is success. And I want to say, with that said, 6 of Wands is being in the spotlight or having a lot of people looking at you. So I do know you will have a lot of people wanting to hear what you're putting out there. But in this in-between phase of feeling this come in, of people catching up, of building momentum, make sure you already see yourself as successful. Make sure you already feel successful. And make sure you're almost like acting out of I'm successful. Does that make sense? Rather than I'm going to be successful, I want to. Stop reaching for that and just decide you already are successful, and the universe and people around you just have to catch up. Aurelie Sanchez, ask Spirit to be honest, are we ever winning the lottery jackpot? Or should I just stop buying tickets? Listen, if the Wheel of Fortune comes out, you're going to win the jackpot. How about that? Because, like, that's like a 1 in 72 chance. Is it? How many cards are in a tarot deck? I've forgotten. But either way, let's see. If the Wheel of Fortune comes out right this second, Aurelie, you should not stop buying lottery tickets. Nope, you got the 6 of Wands, which is victory, which is winning. Alright, I don't know. Is that the second best thing to the Wheel of Fortune? Aurelie? That's so funny. Okay. You're winning. The Wheel of Fortune didn't come out. Sorry, that's not major jackpot, but you are going to win. Let's see, I'll get you another card. You got 5 of Pentacles. You're in this energy of never having enough at the moment, obviously. 5 of Pentacles is just that feeling of lack, of... I need to put a light on. 1 second. Cool. That's bright. I'm going to have a headache later. Okay. So 5 Pentacles is the energy of always feeling left out, always feeling like you don't have enough. So let's get guidance on that, because that would also explain why you're constantly buying the lotto tickets for the jackpot, if that makes sense, because, yeah, rich people aren't buying lotto tickets, are they? Okay. Guidance for Aurelie. You have Ace of Cups. I don't know why I feel like saying to you, what do you really want? What do you really want? And I don't know why that's coming through, but there's something guiding you at this time to figure out what you really want, why you want it, and then go and get it. And I feel like it could be around your love life. For some reason, there's some part of yourself where you're not feeling satisfied, happy, content, regardless of finances. For some reason, your vibration is this feeling of you're not enough, or you're not... This self-love coming in, basically. And with this self-love, I think you're going to bring yourself out of the cold and bring yourself out of lack and somehow find more abundance, which makes no sense. I know it's like 2 different areas of your life, but for some reason, I guess it's just energetically the vibration you're sitting on. If you're not feeling worthy enough, you can't attract the abundance because you aren't going to feel worthy to keep it. I'm also feeling very comfortable in your energy, Aurelie. You're very comfortable to talk to. I don't know why that's coming through, but like I don't want to move on to the next person yet. So I feel like there could be something in your life where you're almost very much comfortable. Could be in a relationship, could be in a situation, a living situation or a job. Something though that makes you feel kind of cold, makes you feel like you're not enough, but you're comfortable in it and safe. And so there's something saying there is some type of healing here where you're going to heal your worth, heal your value, and heal the way you see yourself in order to bring yourself out of the cold and accept more warmth. And then also abundance of money. I don't know why, but I don't think it's going to be the lotto necessarily. But there's a lot of abundance coming towards you, tied to you loving yourself more. And I feel like you might be like, oh, I already love myself. There's some certain level, some certain part of yourself that isn't completely there, isn't completely caught up with, like, I don't know why I'm getting 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? So you'll make 2 steps forward and say some real nice positive things about yourself, and the next second you'll look in the mirror and be like, ugh, right? And then you'll go, oh no, but I really like this about myself, this is good, this is good, this is good, and then you'll say something else and you'll step back again, and something like moving into unrelenting love for yourself. Anyways, Shannon Lee, hello again. I feel like I've seen you before. Can you get a reading on where I might move to next and how that might come about? Maybe timing too, if that's possible. Where you might move to next and how. I like that you did 555 because 5's a change, transformation, right? 5's a changes, so where you might move to. Just got the word California come through, but I don't think that's where you're moving. Is that where you're moving from? Is that where you were born? King of Pentacles. Where you're moving and how that might come about. King of Pentacles. Give us something more than that. King of Pentacles, the world, which is moving, and the 9 of Swords. So there's something where you're going against your fear, because 9 of Swords is about fear. So the how of how this is coming about, it's almost like it might be a really bad time for you to move, or a really scary time, or a really like, scary is the wrong word, but there's fear there, right? That's why I said it. So there's something where it's almost resistance, or something within you is going to resist wanting to move because of unpredictable energy of whether or not you'll be successful in a new part of the world or how well you'll settle. I'm not sure. There's something where you're going to do something, and it's almost like, I don't know if you're this type of person, Shannon, but you kind of go, oh, this is scary. Cool, that's the right path, right? The best things in life are on the other side of fear, and you're like, this is really, really scary, but it's also exciting me. And you could have gone through an energy or a time where you didn't feel excited about much. You didn't feel nervous about much. You were just kind of existing. And so something that's scary and exciting to you, it's going to make you feel alive to go after that, to chase a fear, to kind of overcome a fear. And it kind of feels like something with the King of Pentacles. I'm not sure what that has to do with apart from another person. So how it might come about, or it kind of feels like you might meet someone and they live at a distance and you'll be like, oh, what have I got to lose? I'm kind of like, I don't know, if you're going to travel, just see them and then go, oh, do you know what? Because the world is moving, the world is travel. I don't know if this is, I just realized something, and it's that I don't know if you're going to move somewhere permanently, but it feels like you're going to travel to somewhere, and it's going to be for a few months or something. To begin with, it's not going to be an intention to move necessarily. Rebirth, transformation. Yeah, I feel like you're doing something more spontaneously, and it's not going to feel so permanent. And you're someone that usually chases stability and things that are permanent, and knowing that something will be there and not having to question where you'll be or end up tomorrow. There's something where with that, you're having this rebirth of going with the flow, trusting where life takes you. It's leading you towards a person. Is this someone you're already in a relationship that's going to move for work, and you're just like, they'll be like, oh no, I don't know what to do. And you'll be like, it's all right, I'll just come with you. It's fine. But it's rising from the ashes. There's a brand new rebirth. It's the best things in life are on the other side of fear, Shannon. It might be somewhere that speaks a different language, and that might be the little bit of fear there of you like, this is intimidating, I don't speak this language. 10 of Cups on the bottom, happily ever after. I'm seeing the Eiffel Tower, which is really specific. But again, I feel like you might go traveling before this. You might go traveling a little bit. And whilst you're traveling, you meet someone and then you stay there. And you don't mean to, it just happens. I'm not sure. But that's the energy I'm getting. It doesn't feel permanent to begin with, which is almost making and why it happens so easily. Because you can't plan your life. You can't plan it down to the last T, and you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just embrace whatever happens and unfolds. And I think you're going to let life happen and unfold, and then find yourself in a year to come, and you'll be like, how did I end up here? Like, 2025 Shannon would be so shocked. Especially with the Death card being rebirth. It's like a brand new you. CO, card for CO, is he coming back? Default answer that I'll answer that question with is no, for anybody that asks that, but we will ask the cards because we could surprise ourselves. Is he coming back? Is he coming back? You have the Ace of Pentacles, new. 5 of Swords, unnecessary conflict. Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Devil. Yes, he's coming back. And the reason I said default answer no is because when he comes back, I actually... I'm getting this energy, I hate to break it to you. When he comes back, it almost feels as if a repeated cycle of he's expecting you to be there waiting. Is he coming back? Yes, he is. Because he's expecting you to be there waiting for him to receive his arrival. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't expect you to... Like, unnecessary conflict. This unnecessary conflict is the conflict within you. Is he coming back? Is he not? Is he coming back? Is he not? And he's left you in this energy. He's left you without clarity. He's left you, like, overthinking, stressing. Is he coming back? Is he not? Is he... how does he feel? Does he feel about me or not? Is it just one-sided? Am I imagining it? The devil, he's brought you into this negative energy for him just to return again. And then you return to balance, and you subconsciously associate him with, you returned. All is right in the world. You're an angel. Because you're suddenly going to feel back in balance when he returns. You're going to think it's because of his energy. It's not his energy. It's the fact that he's suddenly there after going. There in your life. I feel better now. Goes again. You're addicted to that. And you don't realize, especially with the devil being addictions, you don't realize that I don't think this person is your person, and I don't think you want to hear this right now. I don't think you want to hear this right now at all. But you have the Ace of Pentacles, so I just feel like, remember, all that glitters isn't gold. Things take work, things take equal, like, watering and looking after. And I don't think you've been looked after, I think you've been left out, and I think there's something now where someone is going to see you and give you the energy in a new connection. So yeah, he is coming back, but he's going to then go again. Does that make sense? It's a repeated thing. And then he'll expect you to be there when he gets back again because you were last time and the time before. Is he going to go again? Yes. And he's going to come back again. And all in between is unnecessary conflict for you, because I can guarantee you he's coming back every single time. Every single time. And he isn't actually going to learn to stop walking away from you until you walk away from him. And by then you've walked away from him. It's only when you walk away and don't let him back in that he'll know, oh, cool, probably shouldn't have done that. And that's the annoying thing, unfortunately. But yeah, someone better, someone clear, someone communicative. King of Swords was on the bottom. Someone that's very honest and real and raw and doesn't play games with communication, just speaks to you truthfully, honestly, and stands his ground in making sure you know how he feels about you. How does that sound? After flaky, uncertainty, chaos, I feel like, again, there's a confusion of, he's returned, and then you're placing value on that feeling that you receive of that. But it's actually him that made you feel unbalanced to begin with, if that makes sense. Because your natural feeling without anybody around you should be of ease, of, right? It shouldn't take someone returning to your life for you to go, It should be naturally where you're vibrating at, regardless of someone else's existence around you. So just know that. If you're feeling that way around someone, it's only because they pulled that clear energy, caused chaos within you. Return. I hope that makes sense. Victoria, what is coming in the love department for me? Thank you. Okay. What's coming in the love department for Victoria Biggs? What's coming in the love department for Victoria Biggs? 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Something's telling you to be patient, and I want to punch myself in the face. Why would you want to be patient, Victoria? You've been patient long enough, right? But unfortunately, that's your guidance, is to hold on a little bit longer, be a little bit more patient, just a little bit longer. Don't settle for less than you deserve just because you're sick of waiting. Because someone's going to come in and it's going to be victorious, and it's going to be the talk of the town. And it's going to be people talking about you, people putting you on a pedestal, people comparing their relationship to yours like you're the blueprint of what they want. But that's if you're patient enough. I feel like you're going to have, this is really specific, you're going to have one more important connection, Victoria, before you meet your person. And in that one more important connection, it's a test of you going, you're so close to being the man or the woman. Let's say man, just because stock image of woman and man, okay? Shoot me. Let's say it's a man. You're going to have... oh my goodness, what just happened to me? I just lost my train of thought completely in having that. Yeah, it's going to be a test of one final. And it's up to you to go, yeah. You are almost everything I'd want in a man. But just not quite. I'm getting a few red flags. This isn't mutual. Sometimes I feel a little bit like you're not there in the room. Like there's something where it's completely up to you whether you settle for someone that's just below what you want, or decide you'd rather be alone than settle. And when you're doing that, it's, like I say, one more test. So close. Might be the most attractive man you've ever seen. But if he doesn't treat you with respect, kindness, and love, or at least there's something that he's lacking in some way that's going to make you question, and you've got to have the courage to walk away in order to walk towards something bigger, more victorious, that's going to inspire others to not settle for less either. Because they'll be like, oh no, I know that better exists. I've seen Victoria in her relationship, and if I can't have what she's got, I won't want it. right? Like, you're going to be the blueprint. Anyways, if you're already in a connection, because I haven't really read your comments back, if you're already in a connection, there's something saying, to be honest. If it's not going your way, if someone's treating you unhealthily, do not hesitate to walk away. Do not hesitate the second someone isn't giving you the respect you deserve to walk away from them. And I know it's not as easy as I make it out to be, and I know it's easier said than done, but the gift is your peace is, like, it's priceless. Your peace is priceless. And so if the price is that you have to walk away from someone that you love very much, but isn't quite bringing you peace and you don't feel ease around them, your peace is priceless. So that's a tiny price to pay. Pont Vincent, card for Pont Vincent. Card for Pont Vincent. Card for Pont Vincent. You have Eight of Cups. Walk away. Did we all just step into this energy together? That was beautiful. Pont Vincent, there's something where you don't feel completely loved. You don't feel completely like you can be yourself. You don't feel... This is so interesting that this has come out. Ace of Cups. Walk away from what isn't quite good enough to walk towards the thing that will heal. To walk towards the potential of new, of healing, of cleansing, of renewal, of, you know, like, there's something here, Pont Vincent. I kind of feel like this could be around family and friendship connections where you don't feel seen and understood, but these people have been around you for so long that you almost feel like, oh, I can't meet new people. They'll feel abandoned, or they'll feel like I'm replacing them. Don't hesitate to distance yourself. You don't have to cut them off, but distance yourselves from spending times around people that aren't making you feel like you can be yourself, because there's healing and there's love in the acceptance of others that just like you as you are, let you be as you are, and you have fun, you have love. There's a community of people that you're going to meet, and don't feel guilty. I don't know why. Are you a very loyal person or something? Because it's like you're so loyal to your people. You might have a very small group of friends, and you're so loyal to them, but it's like, you can be loyal to them and still meet new people and still spend time with other people and branch out. Go lightly. Do you see TW and I staying together? Go lightly. Go lightly. If you want to. Just to be completely honest with you, it's actually in your court. Because the Chariot is you pulling the reins, you controlling the cart, where the Chariot travels, what direction it goes, and Two of Pentacles is you are on the fence, you're juggling both options. 1 second you're going back and forward. Do you see TW and I staying together? The future of your connection is completely dependent on what you want. 4 of Pentacles, holding on or letting go. If you protect and hold on to this connection, if you deem it worthy of your protection, you're going to stay together. But I'm questioning whether or not you want to stay with this person, and that's all dependent, I think. I don't know why I see a few months out, you are almost making decisions. There's something where you compartmentalize your life maybe in months, and you might give yourself a rule. In 4 months' time, if I'm still in the same type of relationship with this person, if we're still having the same arguments, the same discussions, the same conversations, and we haven't learned anything more, or we haven't heard each other out, we haven't gone deeper, we haven't healed, then I'll leave. Like, there's something where you make a decision with yourself, you make a promise to yourself. I don't know why this is so specific, but like I'm saying, in order to, like, you vow to yourself, in a few months' time, if things look the same, that means this connection isn't healthy, we're not growing, we're staying exactly the same, we're repeating the same arguments, the same pattern. And there's something, with this Two of Pentacles, I think it's you kind of making sure you don't stay stuck somewhere, or you don't stay in anything unhealthy. I feel as if, so to say, do you see TW and you stay together? I think it's completely dependent on the next few months with you and TW, and whether or not you deem his behaviour towards you or her behaviour towards you as worthy of you staying with them. Lynx, hi. Himang, I hope I said that right. Hi, Hamang. What should I know about my work? What should Hamang know about work? You have 10 of Cups, Happily Ever After, Knight of Swords, the Moon, and the 7 of Wands. So 10 of Cups, Happily Ever After. I just said that twice. Knight of Swords, speed. You're rushing towards. What should you know about your work? You're happiest. There's something about you being happiest when you can help and be of service to others. So if that's something you're doing, perfect. You're in the right career right now. With the moon here, there's mystery. There's things you're not seeing going on at work or something. Is the light flickering? I don't know if the light's flickering, if it's just my eyes. So basically, something unseen you don't see going on at work. I think there's someone vouching for you around your work, but then that's making me question why they're vouching for you or standing up for you when you're not in the room. There could be something about rumours or gossip happening about you at work, unfortunately. And so there's something where just no, block it out, ignore it. Idiots are going to gossip at the end of the day. If, like, dumb people talk about other people, right? Smart people talk about ideas, projects, movements, things to do, what they can take action on, where they're going with their life, and dumb people just waste their time talking about other people and what they're up to. So that's what's happening. If people are talking about you, gossiping about you, just know that's because they're not very smart, right? They've got nothing else to do with their time and energy. So yeah, let go of that. Don't listen to gossip. There is someone standing up for you, but I'm just questioning why they feel that need. Like how bad is it that anyways, you're not seeing it. You don't know that people are vouching for you. You don't know people are sticking up for you. Knight of Swords, Knight in Shining Armor. Someone's definitely helping you out, looking out for you. But there's something here where you do have happily ever after coming in around your work life. There's something that you'll get the best of both worlds. It's very rare, but it does happen, where you get to actually enjoy your job and you get to really get fulfillment and a kick out of what you do. And you get to very much like if someone says, "What do?" You get to kind of this glow. You get this glow fall over you of getting to talk about your job and tell people what you do and tell people like yeah, like how much you love it. So your career is shifting into that. If it's not already in that energy, you're going to shift into a place of being very, very proud and happy with what you're doing in your career. But at your job specifically at the moment, there's a lot of talk about you, and I feel like you're maybe currently at a place it's temporary, the situation you're in, and your career is going to shift into something more fulfilling. Knight of Cups, there you go, right? Like going from Knight of Swords, which is thoughts, to feelings. Something's going to make you emotionally content, like the 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Something's going to fill your cup up, which is rare that we get to do that. It's very rare and we're very lucky when we get to find ourselves making money, doing something that we love. And you're going to be in that position soon. But it might be maybe this energy of where you're currently at, where you're being treated, gossiped, talked about, and not appreciated, that inspires and fuels you to shift into a different career that is more fulfilling. Ocean, could you share my career and current love life? I sure could. You want to know about what's currently happening? Like, or you want to know what's coming in? Because you already know what's currently happening. Does that make sense? But sometimes it's nice to have clarity, isn't it? From like an outside. Okay, what's happening? Career and current love life. 4 of Cups. You're not feeling satisfied in your job with the 4 of Cups. Ace of Cups, new love. So current love life, there is healing. There is healing and renewal in your love life. I'm really getting this purifying energy, cleansing. I don't know if you're supposed to go. I'm getting this really, really interesting energy of you at like a church. I don't know if there's like a wedding going on. If it is, it's not yours. I felt like saying that. But there's something where there'll be like a renewal or a fresh energy or baptism. I don't know if you're going to go to a baptism. They're so specific. But there's something you're going to go to, and there's something around the person you take with you, and you are somehow going to be cleansed or feel at least like a new energy, even if you're not religious or spiritual. But there's something where you're almost getting like it's contagious. There's like this cleansing energy around you, and you're like, oh, is this a new start for us as well, right? Are we somehow going to heal? And yeah, but there's something around your job, firstly, your career. You're just not feeling very satisfied. And I'm almost wanting to say to, like, the fact that this has come up right after Hermang's question. And it's a very similar energy to get the same card come out of something new. Something new is going to fill your cup up in your career. And how lucky are we to be in that position? And signing a contract as well. So I don't know if there's something you've been studying that you've been waiting to kind of, that could also be this energy. There's like a cleansing and renewal in your relationship if you're graduating or moving forward into the next phase of your life. And it kind of feels like signing a contract, and your vibrational level is on new beginnings. You're shifting into this feeling of new beginnings in all areas. And that means your love life is renewing. Whether that's, if you're completely single, meeting a new person, I feel like you've already got someone with you. Even just energetically, you're in a partnership energetically. You're tied to someone, you're linked to someone. And yeah, it feels like a new beginning with them as your career is having a new beginning. Or your chain, like, yeah, there's more love around you, and also a commitment to yourself to only accept the best. Life's good. Hi. You're single as a Pringle, not sure if/when you'll meet someone. Let's see who this person will be, more likely. 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups. It's going to be when you move away from where you currently are, because you have 4 of Wands also. That's kind of the energy of the person before you again, of graduating or completing a cycle, completing a chapter of your life, okay? Interesting. 6 of Swords, moving on, right? Moving into calmer waters, predictability. Things are going to calm down in your life. This is when you're meeting someone. And it almost feels like things are calming down within you. If you're usually pretty stressed or anxious, your insides are calming down. And as your insides are calming, your outsides are, and your environment is. And sometimes we can look around and be like, oh my gosh, everything's chaos, things are falling apart. And then your insides reflect that. And there's something where you're actually taking control, flipping the script and going, I'm just going to decide to be calm in all areas. Like, my calmness is a superpower. And as you're doing that, your life around you is actually reflecting that, and things are actually easing up, and the chaotic times around you are smoothing out, and that's this. That's when you're meeting someone, and also distancing yourself. Like, 8 of Cups, when you meet someone that is actually on your wavelength, it might shine a light on all the people that are somewhat negative influences, but sometimes we don't really know we're around negative influences until we meet a positive influence. If you've only ever been around negative influences, you don't know the difference between good and bad. So there's something where you might be in a much more healthier connection maybe than your exes or what you've experienced very soon. Right? Moving out of tumultuous times into calmer times. There might have been a lot more drama in past relationships than what's coming in, and it might be boring for you. I want to say that. Sit through the boredom with someone, sit beside them in the boredom, because I feel like that's your only guidance, is someone's going to be so calm and you'll be so calm together. But you might have been used to, even friendships, relationships with other people, just being drama, drama, drama. So you may find yourself almost maybe self-sabotaging, or trying to, without even realizing it, trying to cause some type of stir up. I don't think you mean to do it. And there's something where this person's going to be so calm, even when you try to test them and see how badly they react, they're still going to be calm, and you're going to be like, oh, you're boring. Like, I don't know, like, there's something where you think this person is untouchable or unreachable, or they're not bothered by you, but it's not that. This person's just a green flag and they don't do drama. And you're going to be not used to that. So sit through the boredom and know boredom is actually peace. Victoria, are you going to be chosen by KS? Nothing's coming out. Victoria, nothing is coming out. Are you going to be chosen by KS? Nothing is coming out. That's so funny. Have you watched my streams before? This has never happened. Does this mean you're not going to be chosen? Can I say this in a really positive way? Smile right now. You're not going to be chosen, and it's a really good thing. It's a really good thing. It's a judgment call. It's an angel looking out for you. KS can't see. KS. That was interesting. It sounded like chaos. KS can't see your value. Woohoo! Thank goodness. Okay? Thank goodness this person can't see your value. Because if they did, you'd be like, great, let's be together. And then you're not going to meet your actual person, and you're not going to meet someone that immediately chooses you. At the moment, you're left wondering, are you going to be chosen? And your real person, your soulmate, is going to be someone that never leaves you wondering. From the very beginning, it's very obvious. I don't know why I just got mummy and daddy come through. People may say that to you. They may just automatically label you and someone coming into your life and be like, that's mummy and daddy. Like, you know when people say that jokingly? Because you'll be such, like, partner. Bing! Magnets immediately. There'll never even be a question. And so, yeah. Yay! You're not going to be chosen by KS. Please don't let that bother you. Please don't let that get you down for even half a second. Let yourself have half a second, maybe. And then move on, because there's someone way better. And it's a real blessing that they can't see your value because they are not worthy of seeing your value. And it's a blessing in disguise. There's an angel looking out for you. Because that was really weird that no cards came out. Card for Becca Clinton. Oh, there's 2 Beccas in a row. Love reading for Becca Clinton. Notice how quickly those cards came out. 4 of Swords, 10 of Wands. 4 of Swords is healing. 4 of Swords is harmony and hibernating. And so I think you may have been in a period of your life, in your love life, where you were just rejuvenating and you were just looking after you. And now with the 10 of Wands, you're like, okay, cool. I don't know why I'm getting throw that away now. Throw that away. Someone's coming in. 2 people are coming in. Something's going on in your love life where you're having to kind of leave behind a hibernation phase and leave behind the weight of the world, whatever that means. You had a lot of stress and pressure on you. And I don't know, I feel as if you might expect a lot of yourself or have a lot of expectations put onto you by people around you. And there's an energy, Becca, of you letting go of that and healing. And as you've healed that, that's this person now coming in. If you're already in a relationship and this relationship's on and off or chaotic or dramatic in some way, there's confusion around it. That confusion is healing as you're really letting go of putting too much pressure on yourself and just expecting and knowing. I don't know why I'm just getting expect and know the person you're with is concrete. The person you're with is concrete. Don't, like, with the Fool, it just seems like jump forwards, move forwards. Don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect. Follow a journey, because, like, you're letting go of pressure to be perfect or the pressure to be, like, the perfect daughter or something, and you're just jumping forwards and going, this is my first time living. This is my first time living, at least in this body, with this mind, with these memories. This is my first time here. And I'm just doing my best. And there's this release of you giving yourself the grace and patience to do your best, the best you can in your relationship, to make mistakes, to forgive yourself, to forgive your partner, and learn together. I just got really big deja vu. Becca? Becca number 2. Becca Marie. Becca Mary? Becca Marie? When I can't see your questions, guys, I am just going to get you some cards. So hopefully they'll resonate with whatever you've asked. If you've asked something, it probably is more intuitive if I don't actually know the question you're asking, isn't it? So get some cards for Becca Marie. What would Becca Marie benefit from knowing about? The Sun, Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh! I'm getting this energy of someone's very proud of you. Like something's being exposed. Some type of success, Becca. You're about to be very successful in some way. There's a light being shone on you with that sun. There's a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. But beyond that, there's something where you're going to make someone and yourself very proud. Page of Swords here. Someone younger than you. I don't know if you have a little brother or a niece. Because this is it's also a messenger. Pages are messengers. But I feel like you're going to receive a message or a appreciation or something. Someone could say, can I have your help with this? And you'll be like, you want my help? And they'll be like, of course. And you'll realize somebody has you and sees you as like this angel, this sun, this bright light. They appreciate your feedback. They want to know what you think about things. They value your way of seeing the world and the light you bring. 9 of Pentacles, because of the success you've created. If you've yet to create this success, you're working on it, and everyone around you can feel you're going to be very successful. So they value your opinion. They value the way you see the world, because you see the world in a very successful manner. You see things in a very, different way, but better than most people. You see things better. You bring light, you bring optimism, you bring happiness. The sun lights up all the cards around it, regardless if they're good or bad. And I feel like that's exactly who you are as a person, Becca. Do not forget that. You're brightening up any bad situation and making it a happy one. Any predicament you find yourself in, your family finds themselves in, you brighten it up. And don't ever forget that, because sometimes the sun is so busy shining, you don't know that. You see all this light around you, you don't realize it's coming from you. You don't realize how dark those rooms were before you entered, because you're bringing the light with you. You don't see that it's surrounding you constantly. It's traveling with you. And then there's this energy of you clearing away the opposite of certain people may have these dark rain clouds above their heads, and they travel with them no matter what room they enter. Things are cloudy, things are sad because they have a rain cloud above their head. And then you're clearing that away for them. Your sunlight. I don't know. There's something very beautiful and healing about you. Don't ever forget it. Nat, a card for your daughter's health, please. When I used to do personal readings, Nat, I didn't do health questions just because I channeled things in the way I channel things. The way I first tapped into my psychic abilities was through my body. And so I would tap into other people's physical pains and things that would happen, and health issues and things like that. And it really caused a lot of harm to me. And so I don't usually take health questions. Just this once. I will. But if anyone's watching this and you're thinking about asking me questions about health, please don't. But yeah, a card for your daughter's health. Let's just get it real simple. I hope that's okay. Is it on the up and up, right? Is she on her healing path? Alright, we're going to get guidance instead. 7 of Pentacles, patience. That's not what you want to hear, is it? Knight of Wands. There's something about having your daughter become excited about something separate, because I think there's something she might be very passionate about. She might have used to do it. If she's been sick for a long time, or it's just recent, I'm not sure, or whatever it may be. Regardless of how long it's gone on for, 7 of Pentacles is patience. Sometimes you can forget what you used to be very passionate and excited about, what used to fuel you, what used to be excited to wake up for each morning, especially if she's not feeling her best. That's not a thought on her wavelength. So there's something kind of saying, I know this sounds maybe deluded or something, but don't underestimate the importance of distracting her from her healing. Because it's almost as if, I've said this before, when you try so hard to get better, to heal something, the longer you look at it, it's like a watch pot never boils, right? And you're waiting. Is it better? Do more tests. Are they better? Do you feel worse? Are you okay? And it's constantly about that. And so there's more attention on that, and everything's exaggerated around that, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So there's something about putting your and your daughter's minds and shifting them into getting excited about something together. This could be you and your daughter both start reading a book series together, right? And you get to both talk about it and get excited, or I hope that makes sense. Or a sport, getting excited to go and watch a sport together. Take it as it resonates. in doing that, it's energizing her, it's revitalizing her, it's her shifting her energy and taking her out of a space of feeling like almost like, because she not only is obviously trying to heal, but she is wanting you to be happy as well. She's wanting you to see her heal. She's not wanting you to be sad that she's, not well. She's wanting you to be happy. So you getting to be around each other and excited about something together. And I know you're watching this going, yes, there are other things, but there's something about making something bigger. Making something bigger of that's your thing. You're doing that together, getting excited about that. And then you get to both step into this more healing and happy energy more often than stepping into, I feel like there's something where something's going to overtake your life. A passion she might get about something, a talent, a skill, could be, like, it will start with you maybe watching other people doing it, and she'll go, I want to try that. Or you'll say, you should try that, right? And she'll try it. Like, there's going to be a way to do it, and that's going to overcome, and then before you know it, oh, you've got tests for certain health things, right? Oh, look, they've come back, they're much better. Oh, look, like, especially with that Seven of Pentacles, it's just making me think, a watch pot never boils. And I know, again, this sounds really diluted because I don't want to minimize whatever she's going through. But I want to maximize the importance of where your attention is going, right? Energy goes where attention flows. And so if you put your energy into just one specific thing more together, it's going to heal you, at least emotionally, and like create very happy memories together as well. R.M. Manning Jr. I hope that helps, Nat. R.M. Manning Jr. R.M. Manning Jr. You have Two of Swords. You have Page of Pentacles. Don't overthink. Create. You're creative, you're very talented, you're very skilled at something with this Page of Pentacles, or you're about to step into this time in your life where you find your thing and you roll with it. Don't question, don't post something and then delete it because someone else is going to think, oh, it's not good enough. Don't delete your work, post it, and then get busy creating the next thing. Don't question what other people are thinking, don't read the comments, don't overvalue other people's opinions of your work. Make sure you just keep on working and creating. You're very talented, you're very skilled, you know a lot more than people realize about your craft. So if they can't see the value in it, you don't stop doing it. You carry on creating what you're creating. I'm seeing like a factory, right? There's something where you're going to create a lot of valuable stuff, but almost like a factory, you're going to be pushing a lot of stuff out on a production line. You're just like, post it, post it, and if it's not post it, it's put it up for sale, put it up for sale. Create it, put it up for sale. There's something where, and it's because you're naturally very good at it. You're naturally very good at something. And so you're going to continue to create a very like abundant future for yourself in doing that. But there's something saying, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't put it up for sale and then take it off. Don't post it and delete. Don't second guess whatever you're working on and creating. There's also something that you're studying, or this could be around a field of study where you start to learn about a certain, or you start studying and you go, oh, I'm doing this wrong, or I need to be doing more, right? There's something, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Little by little, keep moving forwards, keep doing your thing. Don't second guess yourself. You're doing much better than you think, but just do more of it in little increments if you have to. Go lightly. Go lightly. Also, for some reason, R.M. Manning, I feel like that's around a relationship or a connection with someone, of like you might say something to them, then overthink it and be like, oh, they think I'm really weird right now. Why did I say that? They're going to think I'm nuts. Why did I just say that? They must think I'm so strange. And if anyone thinks you're weird and strange and uses that as a reason to never speak to you again, they're kind of boring, aren't they? So just know, keep doing your thing, keep saying what you want to say in your connections, in your friendships, in dating, whatever it may be. Keep saying whatever flows through, and the person you're supposed to be with is never going to think you're weird, or they'll think you're weird and love you for it. But if anyone's going to be like, ugh, You're kind of weird. You don't want their approval anyway, because that's just judgy. Ugh. So yeah, I feel like there's something about just keep moving, keep forward. Don't second guess the things you're saying. Don't overthink. Don't worry about their perception. They're kind of judgy if they think that you should, like, just be saying things that sound good and sound cool. How boring are they? Go lightly. Is that like a tip because of the things I've already said? Because I think we've already done loads. I'm not sure. I'll get you another card anyway, shall I? King of Wands, go lightly. You know what to do. Be bold, be confident, be sure of yourself. Because King of Wands is someone, it's the energy, in a really bad way to put it, is fake it till you make it, right? Embody the energy you want to become in order to realize you've just become it, and it's that simple, right? Or in an easier way, but sounds kind of crappy, fake it till you make it. Go lightly, you're confident, you have the ability to step into the version of yourself you've always wanted to be. You can become them, right? That version of yourself that's really cool, or that is really, like, powerful and alluring, you can be them. Just decide. Fake it till you make it. Or embody the energy of the person you want to become and realize it's that easy. Ira. Era. Era. I'm so sorry. I can't. I've said it a couple ways, so hopefully that would have. Alright. You have the Lovers and the Four of Cups. Choose love, not fear. You're in an energy, or at risk of falling into the energy of complacency, or that might not be the word, but it came through out of nowhere. Of just not seeing the good around you for whatever reason, of just being a bit, like, unimpressed with people, unimpressed with your life. You're sitting there and you're like, is this all there is to it? This, like, what's the point, right? There's this energy of you just going, I can't be bothered. And then there's Lovers around it, and that's choose love, not fear. So regardless of how you're feeling, regardless of whether or not you see the purpose or your purpose right now, choose love, not fear. Don't fear your path moving forward just because you don't know maybe where you're at, where you're going, because you're feeling a little bit lost. Don't be afraid. Don't panic. Choose love instead. Choose curiosity. Choose to move forward and discover and explore and adventure. And I think before long you'll be excited again about your life, and you'll be excited and have found a purpose and found your purpose. But until then, you've kind of got to follow the path less traveled and continue to feel a little bit lost, a little bit like the one that's left out, and it's going to lead you to a much more fulfilling life than maybe the path that is well traveled, right, with lots of people on it, and those people may be doing what everyone else around them is doing, but what they'll never admit is that they aren't fulfilled at all, and they all feel like robots going with the flow, doing what everybody is told they should do, right? When you're going with the flow in a much more positive way, they're going with the flow of people, you're going with the flow of your soul, you're going with the flow of, right? And it's a lonely path to begin with, you're feeling lost, but carry on down it. Remember why you started. Choose love, not fear. Do not turn back, do not turn around. You chose this path for a reason, even if you've forgotten that right now or can't see that. That is my brother. Can you hear it? I'm not sure. Everyone comment, Alfie, your car is loud enough. It does not need to be any louder. All he's done today is talk about how to make his car louder. Yeah. I just got so distracted. I'm sorry, Aira. But yeah, you maybe have forgotten your path, got lost, got sidetracked, got confused, or forgotten what inspired you to walk down this different path. You can't hear it, did you say? It's so loud. It was literally like shaking my desk. Anyways. Yeah. Even if you get distracted easily or have forgotten, maybe it wasn't easy to get distracted, maybe you just forgotten, and you forgot your why, or have currently forgotten your why, remember your why. right? Remember why. Remember why you started. Schizogeny, hello again. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Five of Swords, schizogeny. Two of Cups. You have unnecessary conflict around a soulmate, and it kind of feels like a best friend energy. There's conflict around you. It may be a repeated cycle that you both fall into, or there's something soon coming in where you and this person are going to feel a little bit like nothing you say is aligning with each other and you're butting heads a lot, and there's something saying this is actually unnecessary. And I don't think that's like, oh, like, I'm not trying to come at you. It's not you. It's just both of you are in this place of not being very, like, calm. You're not calm within your own lives within, or something like that. Or you're finding each other when you're tired, right? You're hanging out with each other at the end of the day when you just had days and you're like, oh. And so there's something kind of saying there's unnecessary conflict around you that isn't about your partnership. It's not about your best friend. It's not about your relationship, platonic or romantic. It's about the fact that there's something else contributing to this that is just causing unnecessary conflict. It could be another person, to be honest. Because Five of Swords, it's just making me feel like, do you know, like when it's just you and one person in front of you, it's usually a lot more understanding and seeing eye to eye, but as soon as there's another person added into the mix, people can turn into different people. People can shift. Whether we want to admit it or not, we can shift ourselves, right? Into saying different things, into being more closed off, into whatever it may be. So there's something where if you and someone aren't getting along, pull back your energy and make sure it's just both of you in the situation, talking to each other eye to eye, and just, I don't know, I feel like this could also be a friend where, like I say, you're always around other people and things aren't just going, and there's something about spending time with this person, doing something just the both of you, outside of your other friends, even if they're jealous or annoyed. Or if this is a workmate and you've been butting heads, there's something where you might say to them, do you want to go fishing? Or do you want to go out for beer, right? Like, do you want to do something outside of work? And they're going to be maybe so thrown back that you would choose to spend time with them because at the moment they're conflicted. I'm not sure. And they might end up being your best friend. So this isn't a best friend. You might have a new best friend coming in, but it starts off chaotic and it starts off a bit like you're butting heads. But you choosing to give them love, you choosing to say, like, look, we should hang out sometime out of work. They'll be like, huh? I thought you didn't like me. And you'll be like, no, I thought you didn't like me. But I like you. Why? Funny, your name is Why, and I read your thing, and you said, I just want to know if a person will reach out to me. And then I was like, why? Huh? Why? So, yeah, you want to know if a person will reach out to you, and I don't know, that was way funnier to me than it needed to be. Okay. Will a person reach out to K? To Y? To K? Is this person's initial K? Why did that come through? You have the Hermit and you have Strength. The Hermit is isolation. The Hermit is withdrawal. At the moment, it doesn't feel like it. There's something about having the strength to know this is completely about this person. And I know this is a repeated saying, but I really want this to sink in when I tell you this. Someone is pulling back their energy. They don't see your value. They don't see how important you are. And they don't see how important it is that they show you you are of value to them. So I feel like someone is going to reach back out eventually. And it's going to be up to you to have the strength to go, look, that's not okay. That's not okay. And that is never going to happen again. I don't know, like, the person's going to reach out to you. It just seems as if there's been a lot of darkness, a lot of spiritual growth you've gone under. And, like, yeah, they're going to reach out to you eventually. Have the strength to react from your highest self when they do. And not just go, like I said to someone else watching, You really needed to hear that. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that helped you in any way, because, like, your value isn't dependent on someone's ability to see it, and then they're going to see it when they've kind of distanced themselves enough, and they're panicking, oh no, whoops. It's all right, let me get them back, right? And there's something where it's up to you to place a boundary there of it's too little too late, or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. It's your life. Ira, let me get you another card. Let's see, what else for Ira? I know that you sent this ages ago, probably. Okay. Let's get Ira another card. Guys, I'm gonna have to log off soon, so please can we stop sending questions. I'm trying to figure out a way to put a message on here. Start a poll? Nope. Start a Q&A? Nope. How do I put a message on my screen to say let's not send any more questions? Do you know what I mean? What does that do? At least 1 minute of constant is recorded. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, whoops. Chat filter, no. Start Q&A, start a poll. I'm just going to use a poll to do it because there's no other option, unfortunately. Please don't send more questions. Done. Start poll. I feel like an old lady that's never used technology. There's no other way for me to write it. It wouldn't let me. Or at least I can't see it. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Okay. Ah! Are you okay? Did that hurt you? Sorry. Okay. It's probably going to do it again. Just bouncing. Shiz. Nuggets. Gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. This ain't going well. Okay. Nope. Balance. Balance. Are we balanced? Okay. Sorry about that. Did that just fall? Something fell. Oh my goodness. A lesson of patience for me and you guys. Should we have a little... Okay. Sorry for the wait. Let's get Aira another card. Firstly, you have 4 of Swords. Then you have 10 of Wands. Then you have 8 of Pentacles. So Aira, overall energy read. Not only, I think, if you've been feeling lost or feeling a little bit uneasy or feeling a bit stressed, all of the above, you're healing this. And it may be annoying that you may have been noticing more things popping up lately that are showing up for you to heal. But they're showing up for you to heal them, if that makes sense. They're showing up beneath the surface. They've always been there, but they've been laying dormant. There's something where I'm just seeing, for some reason, weeds growing out of the grass and you, like, picking them out, right? And there's something around that of you maybe seeing more things that you need to heal within yourself. And at the moment, you may be overwhelmed or like, oh, I need to fix this. I need to change this. I need to fix this. But just know these things are coming up for you to fix because you're now ready and strong enough to pull those things out, pull those weeds out of the ground and clear them forever, if that makes sense. Whereas if they'd shown up in the past, you may have just glossed over them. You wouldn't have been ready or even admitted to them being things you needed to change. So they're only showing up now because you're ready to make change. And there's something around your job with that, something around your career or your purpose. Maybe are you someone that is actually like a life coach, or you're going to do something like that, where you're going to make people believe in themselves and see their power to transform and to find their weaknesses and turn them into strengths or something. A card for Lila. Will you heal from what you're facing right now? Card for Lila. Card for Lila. On the floor. Card for Lila. You have the Two of Cups. You have the Fool. You will feel Two of Swords. Twos could be significant. Lila, are you facing some type of like, have you just left a connection? Or like, from what you're facing right now, there could be a separation of souls, and it's almost like a new beginning and the courage to try again, because the Fool is the courage to jump into something new, regardless of how scary it is. And scare and fear can be born from like the past repeating itself. So it's scary to jump into something new in knowing if you're connecting to a new soul, what if the past repeats itself? What if this person leaves? What if this person breaks your heart? Whatever it may be, there's a courage to jump into something new. And yes, that is going to be your final level of healing, is having the courage to try again in something, or to carry on with your life and move forward with your life, regardless of the loss of a friend, the loss of a loved one, whatever it may be. Your courage to keep on moving throughout this, your courage to still carry on. I just got that really old thing of keep calm and carry on come through. But it's almost like you may have this kind of resistance to carry on, to move forward, because the people around you are expecting you to dwell on something for a bit longer, and you don't want to seem heartless for not. You're not heartless for moving on with your life. You're not heartless for getting on with things. You're not heartless for carrying on or starting a new path or a new journey. Even if it's unexpected to others, this is a good thing for you. You're allowed to kind of heal and move forward at the same time. I think that's exactly what you're doing. BC Adventurer, hi. You've been my oracle for a while now. Oh, would you mind checking whether there is anything I should know about the internal struggle you're going through? Okay. Is there anything BC Adventurer should know about the internal struggle they're going through? You've got Page of Cups and the Tower, which is interesting. The internal struggle you're going through is almost like you're going to have some type of dramatic breakthrough. The reason I'm saying that is Page of Cups is a surprise, but it's a good one. It's a happy surprise. You'll be glad to find it out. And the Tower is massive transformation, and people take that negative. It's not bad, especially if you're going through a struggle. What you want is change. What you want is transformation and a clean slate. So there's something within you where the struggle you're going through internally, I know this sounds nuts, it's going to be wiped clean. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to cause it, and you're going to be very surprised by it. But it's the way it's going to unfold. That's what the cards are saying. Is there something where you're going to be given a fresh start, or for something's going to happen to you where you'll see your predicament or get a new lease of life within yourself, and a new inspiration, a new excitement, a new joy, a new light that will heal you from the inside out. And it really feels that way. If you're looking at, look at that flower growing, it's just making me think of Tangled, of that flower and Tangled. It's like flower gleam and glow. And it's all about healing. It's the healing incantation, and it heals. And there's something where you've got this light within you. And it's a massive breakthrough you're going to have, and I don't know what that's around. There's something you're going through. There's this battle. You're battling yourself, and it's almost like you're going to stop fighting yourself and start working with yourself. I'm not sure specifically how you'll get through this, but what you should know is that you're going to. Is what you're guided to know right now. Not necessarily how. It's not the how or the why. Just know that you will, if that makes sense. Just know and believe that you'll get through this. You've got through every other thing you've experienced. You've conquered, you've overcome. Why would this thing be any different? Alice Kin. Card for Alice Kin. You just got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords, so the same card came out. It's a happy surprise. Alice, you've got a happy surprise coming through. I got pop-up, something's popping up out of the blue. Very happily, you'll be happy about this. Knight of Swords is someone wanting to help you out. So you have an angel, you have someone looking over you, protecting you, or at least in your physical world, is wanting to save you or help you out in some way. And it might surprise you. Sometimes I think, especially Alice, if you're someone that lives quite... I'm getting off the grid or isolated or within your own little bubble, you can, when you shut yourself off from the world, you can forget that the world does care about you as much as you care about it. And what I mean by that is, if you've pulled back from certain friends and family, in you not being around their energy, you can sometimes forget the love and the care they have for you is reciprocated of the love you have for them. You love them a lot, right? You care about them a lot. They feel the same way about you. You'd help them out, right? They want to help you out. And I think there's something coming through where you're going to be surprised that people still care. People still love you. I don't know if you've pulled back from one particular connection and you're like, oh my gosh, it's done. They're never going to speak to me again. And it's something where you're going to be happily surprised because this person is like ready and waiting to be there for you. I don't know. Because also unnecessary conflict, Alice. You may believe a situation is one way, but it's actually completely different. You may believe something will never be healed. It will. A card for Nim. Anything that wants to come out. Are people answering the poll? It's so unnecessary. Funny. Nim, you've got the Devil, you've got the Star, you've got 7 of Wands. So, Nim, you look so innocent. You got a little cartoon and your name's Nim. However, the Devil's here. So you're not that innocent. No, I'm joking. But the Devil is almost this energy of addictions and toxic habits. And I feel like there's something where the Star is healing. So you're healing any addictions, toxic habits, or, you know, just negative coping mechanisms, at the very least, that you're healing and you're working on. These are 2 major arcana. So you're being guided. Anything that wants to come out right now, you're so at ease with letting things in. You're like, I'm not going to control, I'm just going to see what flows through. And there's something in your life where you're moving into this energy, moving into this phase of your life that the second you notice something about yourself you can heal, you're healing it. And there's going to be, maybe with you allowing that and being open to that, there might be a few big things that you've been not acknowledging that you realize you need to work on and heal. And then when you do that, there's something also where you're building up a lot of respect or gaining a lot of respect from others and protection as well. It's almost like angels haven't been protecting you. This is a really weird thing to say. You may not have felt protected by your angels and guides because you weren't doing what was best for you. And they were almost like, every time you would do something, or it's just something, it's a bad habit, right? Bad habit, coping mechanism that isn't the most positive for yourself. And then every time your angels would pull back a bit and go, we can't help you because you keep doing the same stuff. Or like, you know what I mean? And it's only human, right? We all do it. There's some certain bad habit we have that we're trying to break free of. And your angels are just getting more annoyed. And there's something where though, because you're healing that now, your angels are protecting you more and more fiercely because they're seeing it's taken you a lot of strength to work on these things. And they're also like respecting you for moving into your highest, most healed light. And they're protecting you in this energy because of that. I don't know, like it's something deeper here that you're working on, you're healing within you, or have already healed, and now you protecting this very fiercely. You have other people on your side protecting this too. Because this didn't just happen overnight. You've worked on something, you've healed something, it took a lot of effort, took a lot of work. And yeah, you're not going to return to this, whatever. It could be something really small that's a bad habit, but it actually transformed your life in big ways because of the energy it took from you. Could have been being around toxic people, right? But you had an addiction to the drama. I'm not sure, and you've healed that. And now your angels are like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And they're protecting you and giving you all the good stuff. And wish fulfillment also, major wish fulfillment, good things coming towards you because you're prioritizing and respecting and valuing yourself enough to not be around toxicity or indulge in toxicity in any way. Wretch of the grizzled spells. That's a mouthful. I think you were here the other day, weren't you? I like that name a lot. Yes, you were the one that was good at writing, were you? Ancient Shellbearer. That's amazing. Ancient Shellbearer, what word must I whisper for your shield to rise between my soul and harm? What am I supposed to do? I'm going to get you a card, Witch of the Grizzled Spells, because that's not... Yeah. I don't know how to help you. I don't know what your intentions are, so I'm going to separate myself from whatever intentions are behind your question, because it feels like you're almost like personally wanting to know about me. Let's see, let's know about Wretch of the Grizzled Spells. What would they benefit from knowing? You have the Magician and the Ten of Wands. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to, I don't know, there's something where you may feel like you're going to be the one that's different with the Magician. You're going to be the one that's different, whether it be in your family, your workplace. You're like, I'm going to be the one that breaks us free. I'll take it upon myself. And there's something here with the Ten of Wands where you're about to drop the weight of always being, or striving to stand out, or striving to create change, striving to be the one that helps everyone or heals. There's a need for some reason to be doing more, being different, working harder, and you're going to drop that weight, that pressure, and with that you're going to be able to manifest a lot easier, a lot more of like the life you want to create, because it's almost like you're manifesting for other people, you're manifesting for other people's careers, if that makes sense. And it's amazing, but there's something where it's like, drop the weight of the world from your shoulders, of trying to help everyone's worlds. Just focus on you, focus on what you want to create for you, what direction you want to go. I don't know. I don't know why I want to say don't try so hard. And that's not me telling you you're a try-hard. You're not a try-hard. You naturally are very intelligent. You're naturally not trying hard at all. But there's something just saying, try less than you are. Put less effort in. You're doing more than you realize, or something. Take a breather. Brandon Thomas, should I keep waiting even without communication, or prepare to move on? Prepare to move on. I'm wondering if this is a fairy tale because it feels beyond dreamy. If it was a fairy tale, would they keep you waiting? Even without communication? Or if it was a fairy tale, would they be a little bit more hesitant to ever keep you waiting in case you met somebody more consistent and communicative, right? Because if someone really saw your value, they would be aware that someone else might see that value. And so they would be a bit scared to leave you waiting in case someone else sees your value before they do. I don't know. Either way, I'll get you some cards. Should you keep waiting, even without communication? Six of Cups, someone is returning, so that's good. That's a good sign. Three of Pentacles, third party, potentially. Eight of Cups, walk away. Getting mixed signals. Ten of Wands, drop it. King of Swords, put the sword up. That's really unhelpful, isn't it, Brandon? That's very confusing. So don't wait. Move forwards, move on. If this person returns, keep your sword up until you, like, I don't know, like, what are you waiting? This might not be as heavy as I'm making it out to be at all. If someone's kept you waiting a long time, is very inconsistent, is consistently inconsistent, then walk away. If this is a one-off where they're like, because like, I don't know, just take someone for what they're showing you. If they're showing you they're not interested, believe them. And so when you're saying, should you be prepared to move on? just start moving on. Start moving forward with your life, because anybody that loves you, anybody that cares about you, wouldn't want you to hold your breath or pause your life waiting for them to show back up, right? Anybody that truly loves and cares for you would want you to feel free enough to move forwards if they aren't showing you enough respect and value. I don't know. Just free yourself of the idea of anything that isn't committed anyway. If it's not committed, don't treat someone, right? Don't treat someone like their wife or husband when they're not your wife or husband. Does that make sense? I know you might not want to hear that, but in that energy, though, you step into valuing yourself, and this person will feel a shift. And they'll go, oh, whoops, I should probably show them more consistency because it looks like they're moving on. Oh, no, right? But at the moment, they can feel you're waiting. They can feel, it's all good, Brandon's waiting. I don't need to be in a hurry. I don't need to get back to him. And that's really disrespectful of your time and energy, to keep you there in the background waiting. You'll always be there. I think that's just rude for people to expect that. Like, you don't have things to get on with, right? You don't have places to go and people to meet. So yeah, I'm not saying this person isn't returning. I'm not saying it's not a fairy tale. But I'm saying in the meantime, get on, move forward, meet other people. Not in like a player way. I don't mean it like that. But carry on with your life, meet new people, get to know new people, do new things. I don't know. Meet someone new, right? When I say meet new people, I don't mean like meet lots of people romantically necessarily, but I just mean meet people, talk to people, and maybe meet one new person. I don't know. Because that Three of Pentacles is sticking out to me, like there's a third person coming in to the picture. Charlotte Teskey. Hi. What is coming for you in business and love? I read that as business owner. Are you a business owner? Because I read what is coming for me in business owner. That was really strange. That was like Percy Jackson when he rearranges the letters to read something different. All right. What is coming for Charlotte in business? You have the Three of Wands and the Devil and the Three of Pentacles. Threes could be significant for you. You could be born on the 3rd or a life path 3. I'm not sure. Threes are important for some reason. Three of Wands is expecting, and something's not finished. Something's not over. In business, you could been in this position in the past with someone toxic or negative. Like, you could have had a bad boss or a negative manager, right? A negative Nelly or a rude, toxic person around you that was like, give up. This is over. Because there's something that's not over. It's not done. Expect it to come back around. And also expect a revitalization of you. This is like workaholic energy. If this is around business with the Devil, expect yourself to go from 0 to 100. Maybe if you felt not motivated, not excited, someone telling you you're done, you're over, or you're not good enough, that's never going to be good enough, it's going to kind of fuel you to go, watch me succeed, watch me show you I'm more than good enough, and watch me use your hurtful comments as fuel. It's not over, it's not done. There could be a business you start up and people are like, that failed, and then you'll go, haha, this is just the beginning. That was just a trial. It was just a little bit of me feeling things out and seeing what was good, what was bad, trying and error, trial and error. And people think you've given like your 100%. Like I say, you're giving your 1%, figuring out trial and error, where to invest your energy in your business, what to do, what you should, like, you know what I mean? Just figuring out the lay of the land. And then there's something where that was your 1%. You now know where it benefits you to invest your energy, your time, your money. Cool. 100% energy, full steam ahead. You're going to succeed like crazy. Even workaholic energy, so you are guided in business not to overwork yourself. But it is nice also because it just feels like you're going to be very motivated and excited to look at that in a positive way. You're motivated and excited and very much ready to work very hard to get what you want in your business life. What's coming for you in love? the Page of Cups surprises. There's a surprise coming in love. Someone's going to surprise you. Someone's going to be Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Someone is actually, this is very beautiful energy. If this is someone you're already with, you might know what I'm on about. This person continues to surprise you again and again with their like beautiful, there's like something about this person where they may never have like, they've had a very different upbringing to you or something, and so their expectations or something where they're more pure than you are. And that's not me saying you're not pure, right? It's not me saying you're bad in any way, but there's something about someone popping like in your love life. They are so more pure in your life of like they might expect people to be a lot nicer than they are or something. There's just kind of like golden retriever energy about this person, and they may continue to surprise you again and again with their like oblivious or naivety or something, but it's really sweet, and it might be energy that you need the most. This person is going to give you, because it's like you might have lost your faith in people because of experiences you've gone through, people you've met. You might expect the worst out of people, and this person constantly does the opposite. They're constantly seeing the best, and you're like, no, that person's kind of shady, and they're like, no, they're not shady. Nah, they're just a bit misunderstood. And you're like, no, they're shady. I saw them doing genuine shady stuff. And this person will be like, but it may just look like that. Like, this person expects the best out of everyone, and you're a bit more grounded in reality or something. So they'll still, like, they'll open you up to, I don't know, I think it's a reflection of their own pure, like, innocence of never doing any wrong. And you may have had, like, a rebellious phase or something. Ace of Cups. It seems like something new or something. If it's not a new relationship you're coming into, it will be healing and continuous, consistent renewals time and time again. Anytime you both like find anything that you aren't in alignment over, you then renew and you find alignment again, and you get back to like where you started. It's really cool. Marina born. Were you born in a marina? I don't know why I felt the need to say that. That's really unnecessary. I'm so sorry. When I do these, I start talking. I just say stupid stuff. Sorry. Can you please give me a card for love and career? I sure can. Card for love for Marina. You have Six of Wands when it comes to your love life. You're going to exceed your own expectations when it comes to love. And that's really interesting the way I worded that. You're going to exceed your expectations when it comes to love. So the way you're going to show up in your relationship is going to make yourself very proud. You might break free of a cycle you've seen repeated in relationships around you. And so you showing up in a much healthier way, you're going to feel victorious. Completely, for some reason, I'm like detaching you from talking about the relationship you'll have, but I'm telling you about the way you're acting in a relationship, because that's all you can control. You can't control how someone treats you, but you can handle and control your reaction and how much of it you accept and how much of it you allow to take up your energy. Or I don't know, I just think there's something where you're victorious in the way you treat someone, in the way you treat yourself, the love you give yourself and the love you give someone else. There's something very, very victorious about you in this relationship. And with the Eight of Cups here, there's something about knowing in the past, if you've walked away from connections because they weren't healthy, they weren't good enough, they weren't what you're looking for, that's a victory also. That's a victory in itself. That is a win, right? Because that takes a lot of strength, and a lot of people can't do that, unfortunately. Understandably so, but it's like, yeah, just know it's a win sometimes to be able to walk away from what isn't good enough, to make room in your life for the potential of what will be good enough. I just think in love, don't underestimate or don't forget to pat yourself on the back. Even when certain connections in the past haven't worked out, you've still shown up and done your best, and you've done the best you could, and you're victorious in the way you acted, if that makes sense. So I don't know why I feel like people could have made you to feel out, especially if you're around people that have been in connections for a very long time that aren't healthy. They could have made you out to be like, oh, diddums, that didn't work out, I'm so sorry. And you might be like, no, it's good, it was me that left, it's good, it's a good thing, it was unhealthy, it was bad, it was negative. But they'll be like, oh no, I'm so sorry. And you kind of want to say to these people, I'm sorry that you're still in your connection that you've been in for the past 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, that you're not happy in ever. Don't waste time being sorry for me. Or, like, look at yourself, Susan, right? Like, there's something where don't let anybody make you feel as if you've lost just because you've had the courage to move on and choose yourself. Please give you a card for career. Please give you a card for career. You have the Queen of Wands. There's also like a fire being lit in your belly. There's something around your career, something you love to do, something you're very good at, or like you're going to find it. I don't know if there's something telling you to switch things up, because Justice card here is balance. So you could have been through a phase of your life where you were doing something that didn't light a fire within you. And even though that felt like a waste of time, it's fueled you because you're like, I'm never going to waste my time in any field, in any place that I don't feel passionate about, that I don't feel excited about, right? So anything that didn't work out, or anything like looking back that you were doing that wasn't fiery, that didn't spark or light a fire within you, looking back, it's built this resilience in you to now go, never again. Never again will I waste my time doing things that don't light me up from the inside out. There's always a way. There's always a way to create, I don't know, that's something you're very talented at, that you're going to be very successful in, that you're already working towards. Justice, like there's a contract that's going to be signed in your career. Becky Castro. Is that another Becky? Did we already have Beckys? Is it me, or is there loads of Beckys on here tonight? Am I losing my mind? Oh, Becca. 2 Beccas and a Becky. Interesting. Becky Castro. Can I do a reading? I can. Let's do a reading for Becky. Two of Swords and the 7 of Wands. And the Death card. You're about to have a major glow up. I think you already obviously are completely glowing as you are, but there's something for some reason that is almost sparking a fire within you, similar to someone else's message, for you to transform into the next version of yourself. This may have been the energy of someone causing you to question your worth, and then you're like, do you know what? Let me just show myself and prove to myself that I am extremely valuable. Especially like because someone's making you question it, you're doubling down on going, actually, I'm very, very important and valued here. Regardless of whether you can see it or not, I will not allow you to make me question or overthink my worth. So instead, what I'll do is I'll put more effort. If you gym, you're putting a bit more effort into the gym, right? If you are something about your hair, if you are someone that takes care of your hair, you're choosing to double down and put a bit more energy into making sure your hair looks extra fine on a daily basis. There's something where you're doubling down on making yourself aware that you're the bee's knees. You're really cool. Is this a book or something you like to read that makes you feel good? You're making sure you read it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. That's so obvious. That's so simple. But it could also be more about like your hobbies, things like that. If you really, really like and love yourself, you'll do the things that bring you joy and happiness, and you'll stand up for making time to do those things. And that's this, it's causing this glow about you of prioritizing the things that make you feel good and shutting out anything that makes you question or overthink the role you play in their lives, your value, like, oh, I'm not allowed to do that because, like, no, you're allowed to do whatever you want in this life. And there's this transformation of you standing up for that, standing up for your right to be who you want to be, to act how you want to act. And if it offends anybody, then they should wear a helmet. Do you know what I mean? If it upsets them, they should wear a helmet because you're just doing your thing. If it's upsetting them, I don't know. Like, don't let anybody being upset by you becoming your best self stop you or slow you down. TW Frey, hi. Is LC coming towards me or should I move on? Move on. He came close, but his career stuff happened and he goes away. Huh. Is LC coming towards you or should you move on? He came close, but his career stuff happened and he goes away. Have you been watching my response to someone else that said something similar? The reason I say move on, again, is he energetically feels you and expects you to be waiting. And I know that sounds harsh. It may not be that deep. It might not be a conscious thing he's doing. He's not maybe consciously like, she'll be waiting or he'll be waiting, it's fine. He may not consciously be doing that. Subconsciously though, he can feel your kind heart, your loving energy, your empathy, very nurturing, very, very loving. Oh, you'll be there. You'll be there when I get home. You'll be there when I come back. Where are you going to go? You'll always be there. So when you're in that energy, people take advantage of that. People, again, maybe not consciously, I don't think this person is like that. They are a lot more kind than that. But it just feels as if, energetically, if they've done this and gone back, right? And you're repeatedly there when they come back, that's your energy. Like, they're just expecting that'll happen again. So there's something where it's kind of guiding you to move on. But don't move on as in, like, cutting a cord with this person, but just carry on because this person is. LC, I promise you, is carrying on with their life. Does that make sense? So carry on with yours. If you meet someone new, you meet someone new, and they will feel this shift. And if they love you, they value you, they prioritize you enough, when they feel this shift happen of, oh, you're not waiting around for me. If they feel that shift happen and that bothers them enough, they'll do something about it, right? Let's get you some cards. Regardless of that, let's get you some cards to see what is the future of your connection with LC. What is the future of your connection to LC? Page of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, moving on. Eight of Cups, moving on. Page of Pentacles, someone sees your worth. Boom. What more do you need me to say? These cards are my friends tonight, aren't they? And they're going to pop up. You're going to least expect it because you're going to be so busy, wrapped up in your three-dimensional world. Maybe you'll be on a date with someone new. Whatever it may be. Your phone rings. And you think, that's weird. My phone never rings. Surprise. This person. You'll be surprised. It's happened to me. Energetically, people are like, huh? I can feel you leaving. I can feel you moving on. How dare you? How dare you move on when I made no commitment at all? Anyways, Imoni Alexander. Imoni? Could you tell me about my ex and our future? Oh my gosh. That's not a good start, is it? It's an ex. Okay. Can I tell Imoni about the ex and the future? Page of Cups as well, surprise. Four of Pentacles. Oh, your ex might be holding on just as tightly to you as you are to them. Because let's face it, you're holding on quite tightly if you're wanting to know about the future with you and your ex. There's almost like this, you might be surprised that this is reciprocated. Ace of Pentacles. There's a new opportunity. I don't like to create like false hope, but there is something where you will be surprised at the value you're still held to in someone's eyes. So yeah, the future looks like Ace of Pentacles is all that glitters isn't gold, but if you do consistently both pour into this connection, it will become the Ten of Pentacles, which is stable, long-lasting, abundance. But it takes consistent hard work to water the seed to grow into that tree. So yeah, if you both put the work in consistently to protect this, when it comes back round, because it's definitely coming back around. You're definitely reuniting, shall we say, in Page of Cups. There's like a lot of emotions happening, but if you both choose to protect this and water this consistently, it's going to be actually really abundant. I'm quite surprised to tell you. But it's like, is this person someone in the past that couldn't do that? Because I'm not telling you that you're both going to be able to do this. I'm just telling you, if you do this, it's going to be stable. So it's almost like, if that's the problem in the past, was someone's lack of ability to show up, be consistent, work on it. That might be a repeated problem, but there is potential. The Ace of Pentacles is all about potential. You've massive potential. You're not the problem. Not just telling you that. This is how it's showing up. You're holding on tight. You're ready to heal this. This person, it's all up to this person, unfortunately. And whether or not you accept it. If they don't show up properly, please don't accept it. Please, no, regardless of how you feel about them, do not accept what is less than you deserve. Adidastas, can you please give me a card about my health and love life? I don't know if you heard me say I don't do health readings. I did one for that one person, and after that I was like, I'm not going to do any more after that, so I had to draw that line. Otherwise I will be a shell of myself. Can I please give you a card about love? Yes, I can. 9 of Cups. Another card about love. I need a drink. So bad. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a chocolate moustache. I might have a chocolate moustache. I might have lipstick all over my face. Do not judge me. It's late, I'm tired. We're pushing through. Okay. 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. About your love life, Adidastas. 9 of Cups is emotional contentment, emotional fulfillment, making yourself very proud, making yourself very happy, feeling very happy on your own. And then you have 5 of Cups here of like crying over spilt milk, being kind of upset about the things that didn't work out. But what you don't realize is the things that haven't worked out in the past were the 5 of Cups. They were kind of crappy. There's a reason they didn't work out, right? If they were healthy, if they were mature, if they were positive things, they would have always worked out. I don't know, you would have made it work. You would have both worked together to make it work as a team. So anything that hasn't worked out in the past was because it wasn't possible, because it wasn't good enough. It wasn't, right? Like, don't cry over anything that hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked out because it wasn't good enough. And there's something where focus now on this energy you're now stepping into of feeling real good. If you're in a relationship, there's just something where you may both focus on things that didn't go to plan, things that, oh, I could have showed up for you better. And just something saying, don't pay attention to the things that you could have done better. Pay attention to the areas where you made yourself proud. Because in saying that, I feel like you're paying too much attention. This isn't like don't take accountability. This isn't like ignore all the things you've done. This is me saying I can feel as if you already overindulge in beating yourself up about things you could have done better. And it's like, that's done now? Instead of doing that, let's be proud of ourselves for the things we did right. Another card for your love life. What's coming in? 3 of Cups. You're going to have a very, very beautiful connection where you're very much enjoying yourself. Like, this is best friend energy of like you and someone else just want to have fun. And you might be like constantly signing yourselves up to go dancing, right? Or like different extracurricular activities where you're just like, let's do this week. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And you're constantly wanting to try new things together, go on adventures, do things and get out. And I don't know why that would come through apart from it's a really fun, happy connection that is never boring. And that because you're like excited to do new things and your attention and your energy is on whatever the new thing is that week or that month, You don't really have time to be unhappy. You're like both just like always happy with each other, always having fun when it comes to each other. Or if you're single, like that's the connection that's coming in. There's someone in your energy that is gonna do that. Alex, I want to know about my current creative endeavors, and will me and my other half keep growing together in a balanced way? Alex, what's to know about your current creative endeavors? You have 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Don't give up on any project. I get it. Sometimes if I'm drawing, I want to crumple it up and put it in the bin. Or if I'm painting on a canvas, I want to like punch it and get rid of it. Or paint over it, right? Do not, 10 of Wands is like dropping, giving up, letting go. Put it down, okay? Put it down in the corner. If it's a drawing, put it away in a book. Put it somewhere safe, okay? Give yourself some patience, okay? Give yourself some time. Whatever your creative endeavors are, you are extremely gifted. But when you look very closely at things and you can see every single thing wrong with something that you're working on, whatever you're working on, it's your job to fix and tweak and make things better. So you're the one that's noticing every single thing that's wrong with it. Just know that no one else can see all those faults. No one else can see all those faults. No one else realizes how bad you think it is. Do not give up on any little project you're creating, big or small. Make sure those creative endeavors, you are meant to be very successful. And even if it's just a little scribble, I'm putting this in like the context of, let's say you're an artist, like a visual artist, but make it fit for you. Big or small, even if it's just a scribble on a notepad that seems crappy to you, do not get rid of it. Do not throw it away. Keep it, because there's something where you may look back on this and use this for something else, or like just be patient because it will mean and be very, very valuable at some point. Do not give up on yourself or your creations. They are much better than you realize, especially when you've been looking at them for hours on end. Whatever this is about, if you're a musician and it's creative endeavors that way, just do not delete the files. Do not delete whatever it is you're recording, whatever it may be. Do not give up on your projects. Learn to just take time away and move into something else in a new project, right? But don't get rid of them. Don't get rid of them, because they're so much better than you realize, but you need fresh eyes. You need a break from them or something. There's something very amazing that you're working on and creating. Protect your work. It might also be about copywriting your creative endeavors in some way. I'm not sure. And protecting something. What will you and your other half? Will you and your other half keep growing together in a balanced way? Why are you questioning it? Because it feels like you will, but I'm wondering if in the past you may have been in a connection that was very balanced and healthy, and it wasn't until a certain point in that relationship that they went, cool, and they switched up on you or something. Because I'm just questioning why if someone has always acted balanced towards you, and you've both been in a balanced relationship, why would you have any reason to believe otherwise? Why would you believe that they'll change? Why would you question it? But unless you've had people in your life that switch up. Let's see, what's happening? I think your guidance is not to let other connections or other things that have happened in past friendships, romantic relationships, do not expect those same things to happen again. Even if they've happened in the past, this person is different. But yeah, let's see, what's going on? Will you continue to grow together? You have the Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth. This is also the Yes card. Alex, that is so beautiful. Ace of Swords is clear communication, authenticity, truth. The reason you and your current, I shouldn't say that, that's funny. You and your partner are so healthy together is because you're your real selves. The reason you have so much love for each other and the reason this is such a successful connection is because you're your true selves around each other, which is very rare. It's very rare, and I know that sounds sad, but it's unfortunately the truth. It's very rare that people can be their real selves and feel comfortable and feel safe showing up as their true selves around one another. But when you have the courage to do that, you also let the most love in, because when they love you, they're loving you. And they're not loving a mask. They're not loving a certain perfected version of you, When they show you love, you know you're receiving genuine, real love for yourself rather than a perfected, right? Like I'm saying. So that's why your connection is so beautiful and healthy. And this is the card of yes, you will continue to keep growing together. How beautiful is that? How lovely is that? Lila will be communication with the person on mind. Will be communication with person on mind. That's... Yes, will be. Yes, will be. You've got the Magician. So yes, Lila, there will be communication with them. Do you want communication? What is it you want them to say? Can I just say something? I saw, I don't know where this, I think I read this in a book, and then I did it, and it was like a guidance thing of, give yourself the clarity you're wanting to receive from someone else, and so I did it the other day, and like, if this is a past friend or a family member that never spoke or never brought clarity or, you know, left your life or didn't communicate as to why, write yourself a letter from them with what you want to receive. Does that make sense? Write yourself a letter, Lila, from this person. The communication you want to receive from the person on your mind, write yourself that. And that's not me saying you're not going to receive it. You are going to receive the communication you want. But it's just somewhat healing in the meantime to then read that as if it's from them and go, okay, cool. Like, call yourself delusional. It doesn't actually matter. If it's leading you to some type of peace or some type of healing of you going, that's exactly, it's going to reveal a lot and show a lot to you of the clarity you're currently lacking that person has given you, because you'll be able to give it to yourself, and it'll just be somewhat eye-opening and healing for you to go, yeah, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That simple short sentence was all I needed. And now I've gotten it, I've given it to myself, great. And then you might notice that this person then communicates with you, because yeah, the Magician came out, I think, did it? Yeah, which is about manifesting. So it's almost like in you writing a letter or writing a short message to yourself of what you'd want to hear, you might subconsciously or accidentally manifest them saying the exact same thing to you, or at least not the exact same word for word, but something along those lines. Manifest, right? Soma. Hello, lovely. A card for either my work or new friendships. Maybe both. What's happening? You have the Star card, wish fulfillment. The Fool, a leap of faith. Five of Swords, unnecessary conflict. Do not worry, Soma. You have a worry or you have a second guessing around friendships. There's something about stepping into your full confidence, your full self. Don't worry about being seen as unique or strange or weird. Embrace it. People can tell the difference, right? People can tell the difference when we are like aware that we're kind of quirky. How boring would it be if you weren't you, right? How boring. You're quirky, you're funny, you know you're different. Embrace it. People can tell the difference, like I'm saying. If you're like, oh, I want to fit in. You don't need to fit in. You stand out. Don't try to fit in. Don't worry about it. The Fool card, have the courage. Have the courage. There's something around your new friendships. Why does it feel like you're doing something, like living on the edge? Like you're doing something out of your comfort zone in your new friendships, in your new work, whatever this is. There's something, wish fulfillment. The best things in life are on the other side of fear. What are you up to? What are you doing? You're out of your comfort zone, but you're going to be loving it. And the guidance is to stay outside of your comfort zone. Protect your, like... I just want to say, don't let these friendships change you for some reason. Or that could be something you vow to yourself. If in the past you've been in friendships where you've started to become more like them than you are like you. Because we can look at people and we can really appreciate them and be like, they're so cool. And accidentally start to embody more of their own energy than ours. Does that make sense? Like, we'll be like, oh my god, they're so funny. They said this, I'm going to say that too. Like, I don't know, whether we realise it or not, we start to mimic or we start to repeat or we start to... And there's nothing wrong with that. That's going to happen whether we realise it or not. But there's something about, remember that these people will do this around you as well. And they'll see things you say or ways that you act or ways that you speak or an accent, the way you sound. And they'll try to, without even realising it, want to be more like you. And so why would you want to be more like them and change into them? Just don't undervalue. Don't, like, does this make sense? It's almost like flowers are all beautiful and they're all different, and they don't look at the other flower next to them and go, I wish I was more like a sunflower. right? Because they know that they're beautiful as a rose. Does that make sense? So just don't undervalue your uniqueness. Don't morph into the people around you, no matter how amazing and cool and unique and interesting they are. You're just as cool and interesting and unique, just in a different scent or a different flower, right? Like, don't forget you. Don't forget you, because you've got really cool, exciting adventures that you're going to go on. But it's more about becoming who you may have spent a lot of time becoming this version of you. Don't throw it away, and just to become more easily digestible for certain people. They'll be able to digest you. They'll become strong enough. Oh, I almost read that out loud. I almost read that out loud. That is absolutely disgusting. Thank you so much. Okay. Nandi, hello from South Africa. Hello. Any message that would like to come out, please? You have the High Priestess and Two of Wands. You have a decision coming in your life, and this decision is very dependent on you listening to your intuition. There is no wrong move, there's no wrong decision. It's just about what you feel is going to bring you the most happiness, regardless of practicalities, regardless of what would be guided for you to do from people around you, what would be advised. Forget about all that. Listen to your heart, listen to your gut, listen to your soul, listen to your intuition, your angels, your guides. Go into meditation and feel out which path is meant for you, right? If your whole life has been leading to this little decision, big or small, what would feel like the healthiest or the happiest path that your highest self would choose? Regardless of what's easy, regardless of what's practical, what would the best version of you, strongest, most confident version of you, what would they do? I want to get you another card for some reason. The Sun, happiness. Follow your happiness. Choose the path of the most happiness, regardless of how scary. And the King of Swords also came out, and I put it away. So ignore a King of Swords around you, someone unemotional, someone quite cold, maybe very business-minded, that might say that's the wrong choice, you should do this. Statistically speaking, it's more likely that this path will work out better for you. Make sure you just put that card away, ignore them, and do what you feel is like going to guide you to your most happiest life. I've lost where I was at. Alright, Ada. Hi. You're a student that's been working a bit too much. I'm overworked, overwhelmed with things back home, and want some romance. Any advice to be happy? I don't know why I found that funny. Like, you're just overworked, overwhelmed, but then you're like, I want some romance as well to just make some more chaos. Let's see. I'm overworked, overwhelmed, and things back home and want some romance. Any advice to be happy? There's so much to unpack here. Okay. Any advice for Ada right now? You have the Seven of Swords. Do you know, I think, Ada, you're overwhelmed, you're overworked. Can I just say, there's something here telling you to be a bit more rebellious. Seven of Swords. A lot of people kind of think this is a thief card. Really, you just don't know their intentions. You don't know their reasons why they're doing something. Don't be afraid to sneak away, to take some time off. If it's like, is there a way you can take time off? Sick leave? I'm not sure. Paid sick leave? I'm not sure. I'm just saying, if there was a way for you to sneak off and heal or go on a summer fling, I'm not sure. I feel as if for some reason a lot of your stress and overwhelm is because you're trying to do a lot of different things perfectly, and you're trying to always do the right thing, and you're trying to always be the best person. You're trying to always, there's so much pressure you're putting on yourself to never be seen or never be perceived as not working hard, like you want to be the hardest working person in the room is the energy I'm getting. And that's like you've put yourself under so much pressure to be more than perfect. And so yeah, for some reason I'm just getting this energy of you don't actually need to do that. You don't need to push yourself as hard as you're pushing yourself. You don't need to try as hard as you're trying. You're like, for some reason, like you said, you're overworked and overwhelmed, but there's something where you may not want to hear this. You're in control of how much energy you give in all situations. And I'm guided to tell you, give less energy to your work environment, to your school environment, and give more energy back to yourself. Give more energy back to yourself, because it's almost like you're giving more energy to your job than your job is even giving you credit for. Or something like that. You won't get credit, or like it just falls upon like everyone else on your shift or something. You might be the one cleaning everything, doing everything, and it's like, yeah, well, that was shared equally between everyone here. And you'll be like, no, it wasn't. I did it all, right? So if something's saying, if you're not going to get the credit, why do the work? And I know that might sound really harsh, but if this is some job that's not like that important to you, just do enough. Just do enough and give your energy back to yourself in order to like restore your respect and your time and your energy, and be able to heal and be able to prioritize romance. Because at the moment, you're overwhelmed with things back home and you want some romance, but it's like you're so overwhelmed, you're overworked. Do you know what I mean? And you're a student at the same time. You wouldn't have the mental capacity for any romance at this point. There's something saying return home to you first. And then when you make room in your life, the romance is going to fill it. Someone's coming in, is what I feel intuitively. But before then, stop giving more energy. 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you are like an overachiever, but it's not creating achievements. It's just creating stress, and you're not getting the credit. Life's good. I have been healing. Any advice? That sounded like a full sentence. Life's good. I've been healing. Any advice? But really, the username is Life's Good, obviously. Life's good. Has been healing. Any advice? Any advice? The Hanged Man. Continue to look at things in new ways, new lights, and from new perspectives, right? The Hanged Man. When I first looked at this card, this is a new tarot deck for me, and I read this yesterday in a reading, and I was like, oh, in the traditional tarot, he's hanging upside down. And I stupidly didn't look at it long enough to realize he's still hanging upside down. This is the smartest way I've seen this illustrated, this card. He is hanging upside down, but you don't realize because of the perspective you're looking at it, right? Change your perspective, which is the whole point of this card. I love it so much. Anyways, I think there's new levels of healing. There's new layers to healing. So it's almost like you've been healing. Any advice? My advice is to know that you're never going to be healed. There's new layers. There's new depths, right? There's new levels to it. And I just don't be in a rush to find answers, to be healed, to be perfect, because there's no such thing. It's a journey where you're going to go further and further and feel more and more at ease and more in harmony with yourself and your life and your journey. And I think the guidance here is to carry on seeing different people in different perspectives, and seeing life and seeing opportunities in new lights, and seeing new sides to people, and just carry on to keep your mind wide open. I'm getting Bridge to Terabithia come through. Your guidance in healing is to keep your mind wide open, and don't exclude. For some reason, I'm getting don't exclude any particular avenue from your journey, whatever that means. And that could also be something about, like, I don't know if there's like holistic healing that you've looked into, or there might be something where you've tried it once, meditation or something. I'm not sure. That's just an example, because a lot of people try meditation once and say, I can't do that, I can't shut my mind off, and that's the whole point. That means you're doing it right. Carry on doing it until your mind clears out. So there's something saying, whatever it is you might try to exclude, thinking that's not the path for you, that was too hard, that's not going to heal you, that was way too intense. So many emotions came out. That was wrong. No pain, no gain. I don't know. Like there's something, just trust. Trust that in healing, sometimes you have to almost detox and feel more than you want to in order to then cleanse yourself of it, right? Like release it. But don't shut yourself off because something didn't work once. I don't know, I feel like there's like a hypnotherapy or there's a healing thing or a self, like I said, meditation, something that didn't work out the first time and you're going to do it again. Don't rule it out. Could also be a person. Sophia, my voice is going. One second. Sophia, will you be changing your job or moving soon? You have the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Yes, you will be both of those things. Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity with your finances, and Eight of Cups is moving. That was easy, wasn't it? Short and sweet. Yes and yes. Sarah, did I make the right decision ending things with K? Yep. Let's see though. I like to answer it intuitively and then get the cards. Did you make the right decision ending things with K? You have the Ace of Swords, which is the one card in the tarot deck that is the yes card. That is the truth, that is the honesty, that's the clarity. And the reason I was so sure, for some reason, like I was just like, yes, you made the right decision, because I feel as if that's exactly what you need to hear. You may have been led to second guess yourself in decisions you've made in the past. This person may have gaslit or confused you in some way. Maybe not a major way, but they've confused you in some way to make you question, oh no, did I do the wrong thing? Now, anyone that was completely loving, completely caring, completely like valued you wouldn't make you want to question the decisions and choices you made for your best self, for your best life, right? They'd be like, I completely understand. I let you go. I understand you, yeah, right? Like if someone's making you question or something inside of you is making you question, like just know, like love, not fear. Do not fear that you've made the wrong choice. Choose the love for yourself, choose love. And if for some reason you're still questioning and thinking about this person, I'm not saying things with him or her won't come back around, but you didn't make the wrong decision. You felt called to make that decision for a reason, so you made it. And that's not me saying, again, it's not me saying it's over forever. Don't get your hopes up, but I'm just saying it doesn't mean I'm saying never let them back into your life at all. But it's me saying that you didn't make the wrong decision. This had to be done. And the cards agree. Yes, you did the right thing. Whatever reason you're questioning this, look into that. Look into whatever is causing you to question this, other than obviously you still having a lot of feelings and being very attached. I feel like this goes deeper than that. Of you might have stayed around friends or family in the past, even if they continuously weren't very healthy or good for you, because you were very loyal to them and they're your family. And so it may be like a repeated thing for you, for then you to feel the urge to return or never leave this person, because you've already done that, and that's what love to you seems like. Loyalty to people regardless of how they treat you, or regardless of how healthy the situation is. So there's something telling you, yes, you did the right thing, but figure out and get really clear and honest with yourself as to why you're questioning it. Because I feel like you're someone that's really honest and brutal and able to see things very clearly. So like there's something about doing a little bit of like analysis into why you're not sure, because I think the way that things ended, you should be pretty obvious that you did the right thing. Giselle, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I've been wondering, when will I get you live? And here you are, here I am. May I please ask for a card from you? You may. Let's get Giselle a card. You have the Eight of Cups as well. Eight of Cups, walk away from anything that's not meant for you and do it. I don't know why I'm seeing wings spreading. So just remember, it's freedom to be able to release the past, to be able to release connections, jobs, places, things that aren't good for you, that aren't fueling you forward. Don't feel like you need to stay attached or loyal to things that you've outgrown, because I just see you spreading your wings in some way for some reason, Giselle. I'll get you another card. the Wheel of Fortune. This is the luckiest card. This hasn't come up in this live stream today, I don't think. This is very, very good luck. This is fast change, and it's a 180 into more luck. But I feel like there's something you're doing. The energy here is you're going to make a choice to move on or separate yourself or spend less energy on things, right? Or around people that aren't good for you. And just, I don't know, there's something in a small decision you make to walk away from what isn't good for you changes everything. As dramatic as that sounds, when you choose to not indulge in things that aren't good, the universe is like, yay, amazing, amazing. You see your worth, you see your value. You're not going to be around these people. Amazing. Here you go. Have some people that are way better because you've made room for them. Great, cool. Or if this is you distancing yourself from spending time maybe around like, or giving your heart overly to like, I don't know, you're very empathetic. I think you give a lot of empathy where you do not need to give empathy. Which sounds really harsh now I've said it, but it just flowed out, so take it. You give empathy more than you need to. You may empathize with people and try to put yourself in their shoes, but you're actually feeling way more than the person that's actually going through it. You're like a therapist or you're a shoulder to cry on, and you're like feeling into people's energies, but you're feeling it tenfold. And so there's something where you're supposed to now distance yourself from that. Know that because someone else is going through something quite heavy doesn't mean you need to feel it just as heavy with them. Because they're going through it, that's enough. That is enough. You don't need to both feel that heavy. You can have empathy and know and be there for them, but they probably also wouldn't want you to feel as sad as they're feeling or the grief that they're feeling. They wouldn't want that because it's just as bad on them. Why would they want you to feel it too, right? So just know you don't have to try to create a boundary or a separation or something from the amount of empathy you're giving to people in a lot of different situations, and it's actually causing a lot of change and good luck and prosperity for you. Because I don't know, it's almost like even when your life was going well, you weren't enjoying it because you were being there for people whose lives weren't going well. And it's not funny because I know that you've done that out of place of love and care. But it's something now where you need to learn to separate. Not feeling things that everyone else is going through all of the time. TM, I am working on a project. I'm working on a project. Will I reach the person? I'm working on a project. Will I reach the person? Card for TM about this. Card for TM about whatever they're talking about. I'm way too tired to try and figure that out. Card for TM about whatever they're talking about. You have 10 of Wands. I don't know why I feel like you're going to realize it's not worth the effort or something. 10 of Wands is like a lot of pressure, a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're working on a project. You may complete this project, but for some reason you're going to give up trying to maybe reach the person it's trying to reach. I don't know. Hangman, looking at something from a new perspective. You might realize someone might have inspired a project. You may have wanted it to reach them. But if they're not open to it, if they're blocked off, if they've blocked you, if they don't want to receive whatever you're working on, you can't make them receive it. But you can look at this from a new perspective of gratitude because they've inspired you to create some type of beautiful project. Whether they are open to receiving, looking at this or not, someone else will see its worth and value. So just let it go where it needs to go. Trust it will find the person it's meant to find. But don't stay too fixed on who it's supposed to reach. I hope that makes sense because I don't really know what the question was, to be honest. Divya, Vinit. Divya. Card for Divya. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. You have the 3 of Wands as well. It's popular. 2 of Cups. Divya, expect love. Expect more love around you. Everybody watching this, actually, this is a repeated energy all throughout this live stream. Expect more love and soulmates to come into your life. Romantic and platonic. Don't stay too fixed on it having to be romantic love. There's more types of love than that, and that's not the most fulfilling thing in your life all the time. So there's something here with the 3 of Wands. Expect there's new love coming in, whether it's friendships, lovers, family members, there's love, there's an energy of you expecting to meet someone, or expecting to make a new friend, or expecting to connect or reconnect on a whole new level with someone. You're right in expecting this. You can see this coming in. You can feel this on the horizon. Something's returning also. Something's not done. Something's not over. There's a connection there with someone. It might be an old friend or something. But yeah, be patient, right? Because like love and friendship and reciprocity, if you put pressure on it, if you rush it, it's not really love at all. It's somewhat forced, isn't it? So just be patient. The right people will find you when they're meant to, or re-find you, reconnect with you when they're meant to. Just stay patient. The search for truth and wisdom. I can give you a reading. You have the Star card and Temperance. You have massive wish fulfillment and healing. And I feel like with the Temperance card as well, being tempering and harmony and balance, there's something around your who you are in the world, how you act in the world, who you believe yourself, your self-concept or something is revitalizing. It's rejuvenating. You may have gone through a phase of not liking who you were, having this idea of yourself, not really liking how people saw you, and there's something here where you're healing that majorly, massive healing, massive wish fulfillment. So it's almost like you're like, with Temperance being like the tempering and the contrast, the hot and the cold, the fire and the water, you may have gone through such a time of being angry with yourself, angry for not showing up better, angry for not being better, not being more. It's what keeps coming through. And there's actually this energy now of healing, of acceptance, of actually, I don't need to be anything more. I'm enough. I don't have to be anything more. I can grow into more. It will happen if it happens, but I'm not going to force it, right? I'm enough as I am. I'm just going to focus on looking after me right now, loving me, pouring into me, being as happy as I can be, and knowing that I don't need to change anything about me. I don't need to be any more successful. I don't need to make anybody proud. I don't need to do anything right now to deserve love and healing. I already deserve it. And there's healing coming, some type of thing around you where you're really connecting with like this angel of, you are the angel. You are your own angel. It's your job to heal you. It's your job to know that you're worthy of this healing. I don't know, there's this whole up level of you and you're who you are, and the way the world sees you is going to reflect that as well. Of like, the world around you is going to be like, whoa, you're different. And you'll be like, yeah, I stopped trying to fight everything about myself. I stopped trying to fit in. I stopped trying to, or I got rid of the belief that I was never good enough, and I switched it for knowing I've always been more than enough. I don't know, it's like a really beautiful energy of just knowing you're enough. Ace of Swords, and like, yes, there's a yes there for some reason. If you've been asking a yes or no question, if you have an angel around you, the answer is yes. Whatever question you may have been asking me that was yes or no, I feel like you may have been like not wanting to say it or something on the live stream, but yeah, it's a yes. Shakar? Tell me about my ex. That's a bit bossy. There's no question or anything. I feel a bit bossed around right now. What if I don't want to? Okay. I shall tell you about your ex. What do you want to know about your ex? I don't know. Okay. What's going on? What's going on with Shakar's ex? 9 of Wands. Death. Okay. Your ex was someone that was very blocked off, very closed off, very unopen, closed off, easy way to put it. And they had a wall up. So even when you got to know them, you still didn't know them. Even when you wanted to go deeper with them, you were still swimming in very shallow waters. So there's this energy here of, you may have called this quits, or they did. Either way, it's just this feeling of this person was never going to reach the depths you desire in a relationship. And they may have subconsciously known that and pulled back and ended things in knowing if they didn't, you would. In knowing they couldn't reach the depths you wanted. They didn't want to disappoint you, but they also didn't want you to be the one that ended things and make them feel like they weren't enough or not showing up, so they ended things. I'm not sure which way this goes for you, but there's something about knowing this energy of you are worthy and deserving of someone that reciprocates and can match the depth to which you've traveled within yourself. And I think you're someone that's grown on your spiritual journey, or you're someone that knows yourself quite well and has like had a lot of rebirths and had a lot of transformation in your life. This person hasn't done that. This person's a bit younger. This person's a bit, at least mentally or emotionally younger. So they just didn't, they could feel intimidated by your energy. Again, they wanted to be the one that left you or something, if that's the way it works. And I feel like, don't feel as if you've lost anything. Just know, just take this as confirmation that your ex is an ex for a reason. They're now making room for someone that will match your frequency and match. I think you might have this person's potential hyped up in your mind of what they could have been, which is very easy to do when you see the best in people. And there's something kind of saying, cross that potential out. I think you're guided to know with the death card, cross that potential out and look at them for how they showed up to you. Look at them for what they gave you, like I feel like they may have given you breadcrumbs, but you would overanalyze those breadcrumbs or look very closely at those breadcrumbs and be like, oh my God, look at all I've been given. Because you look at it close enough, right? It's big. You overanalyze it or you read between the lines. There's a lot more there. There's a lot more breadcrumbs than you can see, but I think there's something about seeing it for what it was and not what you wanted it to be, or not what it could have been if this person had the courage to become it, in order to now make room for letting go of them completely and letting someone better in. White Lucerne. Card for White Lucerne. You have Page of Wands. Something about adventuring, something about being very spontaneous. This is giving me Narnia energy for some reason, which again is like the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, just like you're about to step through into another world or something. White Lucerne. I'm suddenly questioning how to say your name. Either way, you know who I'm talking to. You know I'm talking to you. Sorry if I've pronounced it wrong. There's a new adventure you're about to embark on, and it's very spontaneous. It might be a very last minute decision to just jump on a bus, a train, or a plane, but Six of Wands is going to be victorious. I just feel like there's going to be a story. There's something where you may have been feeling as if your life was a bit mundane or you had no stories to tell, and very soon, whether you realize it or not, or whether you believe me or not, you're about to embark on a journey, on an adventure where you'll get to kind of, maybe I think you're guided to bring a book, bring a diary or a journal, to document what you're like experiencing or something like that, or film it or something, because you're going to be wanting to share this. You're going to be wanting to tell people about this in detail. It's exciting. Wide-eyed vision. Wide-eyed vision. You have... Firstly, actually, thank you so much. I just noticed how much you donated. Thank you so much. That's very, very generous. Let's get some cards for Wide-Eyed Vision. You got Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man also. Same cards, like coming out. And the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. So also travel for you, also exploration, but kind of like some major, I'm seeing train tracks, but like, when they switch, I don't know what that means, but like the train just switches onto the different rails to go in a different direction. So you may be changing paths, changing careers, changing direction in your life, but it's massive, right? There might be a lot of pressure or a lot of like things hanging on to this. Because when I think of a train, I think like there's extra carts that is pulling, and it's like, not only are you now shifting onto this, but there's things you're carrying. And there's people connected to you, or people that rely on you or your stability or something like that, where there's more pressure for you to switch into a different avenue successfully because they need to follow you through. I don't know what that means. So I don't know. But Seven of Swords here is the energy of don't be afraid to do things against the norm. I'm getting black sheep energy with this, and again, Seven of Swords is the energy of people assuming you're maybe up to no good because you're doing something different, because you're acting different, because you're doing something at night. Why are you walking around at night? That looks dodgy, right? And you're like, oh, it's the only time I've got to walk. I don't know, like, there's something where something you're up to looks dodgy from others' eyes. Don't be afraid to look dodgy. Don't be afraid to be the black sheep. Don't be afraid to do things differently, because it's going to be what brings you success. And don't put too much pressure on yourself with this train thing. If you are shifting directions or shifting avenues or, you know, going onto a different path or track, don't panic about the carts attached to you, if that makes sense. Because like a train, they're attached to you. So if you successfully land on this track, on this path, they're following you. As long as you're successfully stable, as long as you find your footing or your railing, whatever it's called, they're connected to you. So as long as you're good, they're following through as well. So all you can do is focus on you and focus on you finding your own stability and trusting and knowing that's going to create the most advantage, or at least the most opportunity for those attached to you to do the same. But you can't control them. But you can control making sure you're as stable and happy as possible. Something about changing perspective, also looking at things from a new perspective, new direction, and looking and continuing to keep your mind open to different paths. Even if you, for some reason now, I'm seeing you change paths or doing like a side quest. So it's almost like, oh, I've changed a major part of my life. Now there's a side quest. I can't do that because I've already caused this kerfuffle. I've already made this one big decision. Why would I then also change this area of my life? That's too much. Like, there's something where keep your mind wide open. Because again, if you're on the energy of change, there might be lots of different things that want to shift and change in your life. Don't resist it. Don't resist it. You also have Queen of Pentacles here. There's an energy of making a house a home in the near future. So if you're moving, you might be turning a beautiful, beautiful house into a much more like homely energy, or like I don't know, like transforming something. And if this isn't your energy, it could be someone that comes into your life that makes your life feel less cold and more warm by just their energy, just the touch they put on things. If your house isn't very homely, they start hanging up pictures, right? They make things more more warm and more loving and more homely. And you may have gone through a time of things being quite cold and formal and businessy, and so don't underestimate, keep your mind open. Don't underestimate the shifts that happen when the environment or the house, the home you're living in is changed. And I know that sounds weird because it shouldn't affect us, but subconsciously, if a wall is painted pink as opposed to purple, that will affect you whether you want to admit it or not. So just don't underestimate, keep your mind open to how your visual things are. Your eyes and your subconscious will feel different emotions based on different things around you. I like that we're still sending questions. Look at this box. I love you guys so much. Okay, I promise, I don't know where that came from. I love you guys so much. I don't say that, that's very loving for me. But I just wanted to say, I really appreciate you. But I have to go to bed at some point. Okay. Please, so basically what I'm saying is, please don't send any more questions. Okay. But if what I'm saying resonates with the question you've sent, perfect. But I am getting through the chat questions. Okay. Ank Fox. Hello, my name is Joseph. I'm 38, Leo. Do you have any guidance or messages for me? Any messages for Joseph? 5 of Cups. I just got don't let the devil get you down, which is really interesting. You might be having an energy around you soon of feeling bummed out, or people around you are making you feel kind of bummed out for whatever reason. And there's something kind of saying choose not to do that. I know that can be really difficult, but sometimes when we really like choose like light over sadness and love over sadness, if that makes sense, you'll notice you shift into like this whole, I don't know, like I'm just seeing you feeling really, really proud of yourself for handling a situation where someone wants to put you down or make you feel sad. I don't know if you've got someone around you in your work life that is kind of a bully or what, but there's this energy I'm feeling right now, Joseph, whether it's that specifically or some other area of your life where you, I feel like in the near future or recently, someone's tried to make you feel bad and you're just going to be like, how are you? Are you okay? And you're going to choose to be the bigger person. And now, like, this isn't what I always advise, but there's this thing of, like, when it's the hardest to do that, that's exactly when you need to do it the most. And, like, Page of Swords here, you might make someone nervous because this person isn't expecting you to do it because it's going to be the hardest. They might pick on you, Joseph, for something, knowing it's going to really, really hurt you in some way. And it can be extremely difficult to then go, you know what? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're okay. Is something wrong? What is so bad in your life that you're trying to upset me and mine, right? And there's something where you're going to almost deflect this energy's person back onto them. And them trying to upset you, you're going to make them feel like, oh, like, because they're trying to make the spotlight on you. They might be making people at work trying to laugh at you. And you're going to go and deflect the energy back onto them, and everyone's looking at them now going, what are they going to say? So there's something here where you're going to intimidate energies that are trying to get you down or something. It's really specific because, like, 5 of Cups, I just feel like there's something, I feel like really energetically, I just see you, there's 2 ways something can go. And one of those ways is you go, oh my gosh, that was really, really mean. That really upset me. How dare they say that? And you'd be completely okay to do that. I wouldn't judge you. But instead, you're almost lighting up and going, I'm not going to accept this. But I can't fight fire with fire, right? I mean, you could, but I think you know better. You know it wouldn't get you anywhere. So you're like, I'm going to rise above. I don't know. So I think that's your guidance right now, or your message. And this could be bigger than I'm making it. It could be smaller than I'm making it. But either way, you're choosing to kind of rise above and deflect anybody's energy of trying to make you feel bad. You're transmuting it, right? You're transmuting it into either healing for this person, or if they feel put on the spot, they might get angry about this, they might get upset about this, because again, they don't want people looking at them, so they're pointing at you. They're pointing at you or pointing things out about you, or there could be something, I'm kind of getting it's around your work, or something like that, where they're going to be pointing out a fault or something. And you'll be like, oh no, it's just the draft. It's just the draft. And they'll be like, yeah, like they'll say something. I don't know why that's coming through. And I don't know, you'll be like, do you need any help with your work? Is there something going wrong? Because you don't seem to be doing much of it. Do you need any help over there? You look really stuck. Do you need me to help you? And they'll go, no, I'm good. And they'll get back to it. I don't know, there's something. Like deflect or transmute someone's energy. I don't know, it could also be, for some reason, this is really specific, but also it could be around your dating life. Of someone making fun of you or picking at your love life, and you'll be like, it's a good job, like, your love life must be really beautiful then. Tell us about your love life. And you'll do it in such a genuine way that this person will get upset and maybe think it's sarcastic. Oops. Or maybe they'll then have to assess their own love life and go, oh, actually, yeah, they've got a point. It's kind of crap. Like, I don't know, just deflect, transmute. If someone's putting a lot of attention on you, just put it back on them. Divya Vanit, when will I make my first sale in digital marketing? Will I get justice with the situation with my mother-in-law? Okay. When will you make your first sale? I'm not good with timing. Just warning you, time is an illusion, can't do it. I can give you a clue. When will you make your first sale in digital marketing? Two of Pentacles. You're actually going to make 2 in 1. You're going to make 2 sales in 1. This could be like a deal where you're like, I don't know how digital marketing goes, but it could be like get one half price, or if you get one, a friend gets one. You could have some type of promotion going, or it could just be a feeling of you genuinely have two customers or 2 clients show up at one time, and you'll go from 0 to 100, right? Because you currently don't have a client or a sale, and suddenly you've got 2 people in line, and you're like, oh no, I don't know it, because this is busy, this is juggling, and this is 2 things at once. And the Chariot is also successful multitasking with juggling and that's so funny. So yeah, you're gonna have 2 things at once. Number 2 could also be significant, 2 days, 2 weeks. But yeah, it's gonna happen sooner than you think. The Chariot is success, Chariot is speed, but also being very busy and successfully so. So that's really good energy around your digital marketing business, if that's what you call it. And will you get justice with the situation with your mother-in-law? Will you get justice, Divya? Did a card just fly out? That was really interesting. Sure, that was so weird. I thought I just saw something. Okay. Weird. Okay. You have 7 of Wands, the Star, Justice. You've got 7 of Wands, stand up for yourself. This is a massive lesson, because when you get justice, it's going to show you that you are allowed to stand up for yourself. That, for me to say that in the past, when you stood up for yourself, when you did anything, or when you stood your ground, or, stood up for what was right, whatever it may be, you may have had that not work out, or be misunderstood, misinterpreted. Justice was not had. So there's something here really going to be very healing with the Star card. Major healing, major wish fulfillment when this justice comes in. This is even bigger than what you think it is. Like I say, because it's not just going to be you getting justice for the situation with your mother-in-law. It's also going to show you are right to stand up for what you believe in, and you will get justice. Justice is always served. It's going to happen. The truth always comes out. The Star card, wish fulfillment, healing, and light and hope is returning to you. I really feel as if this is bigger than anything. Like, you've never had this level of, almost like, I feel like someone might be like, oh, you were right? Oh, you were right the whole time. I don't know. And it's going to be really healing for you, for someone to admit that. I'm not sure what that's around. $2D forever. $2D forever card for you. You have the 3 of Cups, the Hierophant. I was about to say be less serious, let your hair down, enjoy yourself more often, right? Have fun. Like, don't take yourself too seriously. Like, no one gets out of here alive. Enjoy your life. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do what makes you feel the happiest. And as I was going to say, don't be too serious, the Hierophant came out, which is like commitment and being serious. So I feel like there might be an energy of you may be committing to the idea of never taking yourself too seriously again, because you're not a serious person, but you may sometimes fall into the trap of thinking, oh, this is a serious situation, right? This is a serious situation. I cannot make a joke right now. Like, this is a funeral. I can't laugh. I can't make a joke. But you're like this light that's sent in to make serious, heavy situations lighter. That's your purpose. There's something around this of, I feel an energy of you committing, like I'm saying, committing to never taking yourself too seriously, never taking things, you're always going to be the light-hearted person. People will take you seriously. It's not that energy, but it's of you taking yourself so seriously, putting yourself under pressure, feeling as if you need to find major success and major, like, putting pressure on yourself. Like, I feel like there's an energy of you've had that life where you've lived that phase, and now you're slipping into this phase of your life of just going, there's more to life than success in the eye of society. There's more to life than that stuff. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy myself. I want other people around me to be happy. It's contagious. I want to be the life of the party. I want people to be partying and enjoying it. I don't know what you're up to, but there's something kind of guiding you to do forever. Whatever you're prioritizing, worrying about, stressing right now, just remember you're the light of everyone's life. Like, you are brought here to spread light and love and hope. Do that for yourself. Don't spend too much time. I don't know if there's something you're stressing about in your love life, or someone in particular, and you're like, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna be single, or is this like, what's going on? And there's something kind of saying, lighten up. I know you might not hear that. Like, lighten up your own life and enjoy yourself, regardless of what's happening, regardless of where something's heading. Have you lost someone? Are they coming back? Are you single? Are you taken? Regardless of all that, there's something where you might be waiting to enjoy your life, waiting for, Hierophant can be commitment, right? Waiting for a commitment before you can enjoy yourself, waiting for a further of a relationship before you can have fun and enjoy yourself. And I think sometimes it's not until we're in further the things we want and wish for and hope for that we realize, oh, actually, it's you that brings that energy, right? It's not like, it's you that, I don't know, just don't forget to enjoy the in-betweens of your life, basically, is what you're being guided. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. I think commit to continuously being silly and fun and happy and making happy memories, and not necessarily like worrying too much about the future of situations. Things are all working out for you for your highest good. Don't panic. I don't know why I feel like you need to hear that. Don't panic. Everything's working out for you. TM, working on a project. Do I reach the person I wait on? Have I already answered that? I have answered that, haven't I? But I'm going to get you a different card. Let's just see. What else does TM benefit from knowing? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone very like, this is someone you would want this to reach. So even though I said to you earlier, I don't know if it's going to reach the particular person you're hoping it does, it is going to come into the hands of someone very powerful, or at least powerful in the position you need them to be in. Like, they have some type of impact or influence or say, or they have the contacts. So it may not reach the person you're waiting on or wanting something to reach, but like I said before, I think it's going to reach someone important. It's going to reach someone that's going to push it out there or something. Whatever this project is, it's going to come into the right hands, but don't be too specific on whose hands they are. Just as long as it's finding the hands that need to project it outwards, whatever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you're seeking that this project does, the impact this project has. You don't need to be too specific on the specific person. There's other people that have the same amount of impact, if not more, than this person. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not sure. The person you're waiting on, do I reach the person I'm waiting for? If this is something more romantic, of like you're working on a project, will it reach them? I don't know why, I'm feeling a blockage there. You have 10 of Cups though, happily ever after. But there's something like it won't happen until after. Like something's gonna, because I'm seeing like the notebook with Ali, right? Of like, let's say this project you're working on is like the letters Noah was writing to Ali, and it was like after the fact. He's like, I wrote you every day. I wrote you every day. And she's like, no, you didn't. And he's like, I wrote you 365 letters. And she's like, no, you didn't. And that project, right, take it that way, didn't reach till afterwards. So if this is about one specific person that you want something to reach, just know it's going to reach them eventually. But it might not be till like down the line. Dev Prakash. Your person's current feelings. You have 3 of Cups and the Hierophant, which is the same as what someone else got. Of this is very conflicting, because 3 of Cups would be like a love triangle, or like lots going on, or 3 people with a cup. And then the Hierophant's commitment. So it's like, are they feeling committed to you, or are they not? Because it's 2 different energies. Your person's current feeling for Dev's, calm down. That's interesting. Strength. The Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles. there's a strong connection between you and this person, but there is something changing, and that change is actually coming from you, Dev. There's something where you're choosing to kind of, Seven of Pentacles, look, like patiently waiting. You're waiting for this person, and then I think you realized, you know what? I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. This person wouldn't leave me waiting. This person shouldn't leave me waiting. They do not, like, they've left you waiting too long or something, and you're like, no, because you do not leave a diamond, like, waiting. Someone else is going to pick it up. And I just feel as if you're kind of going, oh, I'm a diamond. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to look after myself, because I don't want to be just plucked by any random person. And I don't want someone to return to me because they couldn't find a shinier diamond. I feel like you're noticing your worth. I feel like your person's current feeling, for you is, like, unnecessary, and it might be shifting into realizing, oh, I have strong feelings for you, as you're realizing you have strong feelings for yourself. If that makes sense? You have strong, like, love for yourself and respect for yourself to not wait around for this person. And then there's a massive shift that happens energetically, always does, when you do that, when you pull back your energy and your power, and they're like, oh, I have strong feelings for you. Always the way, and you're just kind of separating yourself maybe from caring. Let's see what's coming in your love life. What's coming in your love life? What new is coming in your love life? The Star is healing, and the Justice is balance. If you're watching this, Dev, and you're already with someone, but for some reason I just felt like you felt left out. I felt like you felt left out, unappreciated, or like they weren't seeing you or looking after you. Anyways, there's healing here. There's healing, because I don't know why. I read that as if you were single and someone had, like, not got back to you, because it said your person's current feeling, and I just assumed if you don't know their feelings, they're not telling you their feelings, which means you're not in the loop. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I just realised I assumed that, because it's kind of been the conversation with lots of other chats. The Star, wish fulfillment and healing, justice, balance, commitment, signing contracts. You have a major wish fulfillment coming in your love life, and not only that, is also major healing and hope bringing, and it's the balance. You've gone through a time maybe of the opposite of healing, and so now the universe is like, here you go, here's your justice. This connection is going to be healing. It's going to be healing. You deserve healing. You deserve harmony. You deserve balance. You deserve reciprocity. This is the yin and the yang. This is someone that is, like, the opposite of you in all the best ways, and you're the opposite of them in all the best ways. You bring out the best in each other. You complement each other very nicely, and you heal each other. Tara, Crystal, is that supposed to be my name? I'm not sure. Have I already met the person I'm meant to be with? Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Okay. Last one, guys. No more questions. I'm putting my foot down. Have you already met the person you're meant to be with? Six of Swords. No, you have not. Because you have Six of Swords, which is, like, tumultuous energy of, like, rough waters, so much going on, you couldn't really see. Because I was questioning. I was like, if you'd met the person you're meant to be with, you would know about it. I really feel that. You have very clear sight. You have very clear, whether it's third eye sight or just actual sight of being able to see and know what you want and what you don't want. Either way, you would know if you'd met your person. And I was confused as to why suddenly you would question that. However, you've been in tumultuous times. You've had a lot of chaos, maybe drama going on in your life. So you couldn't see people clearly. You couldn't trust your own vision or something. So now that that's calming down, you're starting to question that or reassess or reevaluate certain people, certain connections. And yeah, please know, no matter what was going on in your life, don't second guess your own vision. You would have known. You would have felt it. You've not met them. It's all good. You're moving on. And also, patience. Seven of Pentacles and Six of Swords are both saying very, very clearly to me, Ace of Swords as well, clearly, clarity, patience. There's no rush. They're coming in. Until then, feel the love that you almost are desiring that they have for you, if that makes sense. You can kind of feel that right now. You can choose to kind of step into the energy of going, How would it feel to be loved properly and valued properly and respected by someone, for someone to adore you, for someone to equally, to be in a reciprocal connection where we both love and adore each other? How would that make me feel? How good would that feel? How grateful would I feel in that? And just sit in that energy, because I think it's coming in. It's coming in, whether you want it or not, it's coming in. So you might as well start to enjoy it before it quite catches up to you. All right, Dev. I said no more questions, but do you have a future with Kay? This is the very last question. Do you have a future with Kay? You've got 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands. You've got 2 8s, whatever that means, which is kind of like 8s can be infinities. 10 of Wands is letting go of the weight of the world on your shoulders. The weight of, but it's also letting go and moving on. So I was originally going to be like, no, you don't have a future with Kay, to be honest. But then you've got 8 of Pentacles, which is working on something, and 8 of Wands, which is communication. So if you drop the wall, if you drop the barrier, and Kay does as well, and you both choose to work on it, there is there's always potential. There's always potential if you both have the, I think you're both going to value, or there's something about future if you both have the discipline to see the worth. Oh my God, my words, I'm ready for bed. If you both see that the potential of a connection and what it could grow into is worth the amount of work it's going to take to get there. Because you can see that. I think you can see a potential of this connection and where it will lead, and you're ready to work on it. But this person may not see this. Dion, what is in your mug? It was bone broth, but I drank it. And what time is it there? It's 10:30. And I've been filming all day. I'm ready for bed. Good night, everybody. I've got to go before anyone sends a question. Thank you so much, everybody.